that one song was.
Everything changed when the Avatar attacked. My cabbages!
Anyway, with that, we're going to get started. We're going to jump into the art montage real quick. Thank you for watching, and thank you for looking out for your local cabbage merchant. Enjoy the art.
My cabbages!
Just a little while longer. Hold on. Just a little while longer. Hold on. Just a little while longer. Everything will be alright. Everything will be alright. Fight on, just a little while longer. Fight on, just a little while longer. Fight on, just a little while longer. Everything will be alright. Everything will be alright.
last time, the party finished up their speech in front of their, or I guess their international address with the city, in front of the city of Arbail, that's being broadcasted to billions more across the country, with the exception of Kukera and Karana, as well as the Resilines. Much smaller country, though, is the Resilines. It was less of a deal for some of the people involved. However, a bunch of heroes were there. The president, Javier Santiago, was there, gave a little speech. T was there, and a bunch of people as well. They finished up the speech, and a number of questions were asked and concerns of how the evacuation plans would go, about what they thought the process would be for demons and things like that, and possibly if they knew who demons were. So, that being said, the party eventually was ushered off the stage after Leo Monroe appeared and kind of outed himself as a demon and said that any demon that causes problems would answer to him. So, from there on, the party got ushered off the stage by the security as the crowds and the reporters started to get a little bit chaotic. They talked with Minerva, they talked with Thalia a little bit, they talked with Clara T, and they all ended up going back to their cabin to figure some things out with Thalia and tell her what happened to Daniel. She met them there, and they showed her Daniel and how he was just sitting there. The party had a lot of various different talks and the plans and with Thalia, what they thought they might be having next, and then she left. The party then discussed amongst themselves, for various different reasons, were upset for various different reasons, largely relating around Daniel's disappearance. Ian and Ashley had a little bit of an argument they eventually made up for afterwards. And a bunch of talks were had. Arya with Freddy, tried to help him there. Everybody kind of had a talk with Sadie after she had a kind of a mental breakdown about some of the things that were going down, and after getting mad at Ian. And the party all went to help and comfort for the most part. And El Fantasma ended up being one of the main ones to help bring Sadie back from her mental distraughtness. The party then split off again. Arya finished her talk with Freddy. Ashley went and talked with Sadie privately. Ashley and Ian ended up talking. Jeffrey tried to go to bed, as well as Athena. Arya was doing some writing on her some letters that she was going to hand out to people. Or not letters, I believe this time she was preparing stuff for Puddle Boy, correct?
Yes,
Wrong
tutors.
One, yeah. Tutors, things like that for him to catch up on any education that he might have missed being more on the spectator side. Puddle Boy had a little bit of a talk with Ashley as well. And then we ended up finishing the session there. Oh, but right before that, El Fantasma, being up late, met with Silver Lady around 7 or 8 o'clock and asked him if she could set up the vault. He said yes and told Ashley and Ian to notify everybody else, which they didn't really seem to be interested in doing, and confronted them about the Scorpion being downstairs where he was working. And Ian showed him exactly how it got there by putting it back down there again. And then that El Fantasma went back down there as construction erupted around the house. Jeffrey rushed out of the room, being woken up, and shouting if he was going to be evicted. We ended there as he went back inside, with the party mostly being unable to sleep, with the exception of Athena, because I don't think Athena's really. Athena just kind of sleeps through it.
Yep.
But everybody else has to, for the most part, stays awake.
Very perceptive, except while sleeping.
Yes, you sleep like the dead.
Yep.
Except for lately.
The dead sleep?
Yeah, the dead don't sleep
Dang.
lately. That being said, I believe
not
we were
really.
going to
Athena does.
start something with you, Caboodle, correct? I couldn't remember what it is, but I remember we were starting with you.
I was just waiting on showing up.
Okay.
I'll wait for like 5 minutes, and if he doesn't show up, I need to text someone specifically.
Okay.
Because
I
she's
believe.
feeling a little bit inspired.
Okay. So I'm gonna say just because of the chaos that's going out around outside and the construction, the battering of things like that, you can go ahead and send your text.
I'm gonna send it to Moon Calling, and
Okay.
because that's the only phone number I have from those people, and I'm gonna ask her, do you know exactly which hospital Solemn is being kept in?
You see, she doesn't send a reply right away, but I'll let you know when you get it.
Okay.
What would Puddle Boy be doing after he currently went to sleep in the bathtub, and then he was abruptly woken up by the sounds of construction or sirens, I guess.
Right.
Disease.
That's the
And
wrong sound
ambulances.
effect, guys.
Shit, sorry.
Zune?
He's might be waiting for the sirens to go away.
Watch it be like his next door neighbors. The popo's coming for you.
So I'll come
Good
back.
talk.
I'll come
Good
back to Zune. I don't know if he fucked his mic or if he had to go out of the room or something, but we'll give him a moment.
Zune's under arrest. Oh no.
Zune's got arrested. Ashley and Ian, you had just laid down to sleep when after El Phantasma waking you back up. You didn't really realize how loud things were going to be.
Well,
Nice.
Beep, beep, beep. You hear the door open and you hear Jeffrey yell from downstairs.
What the f-
You hear that
Give me
from
5 minutes and I'll get you a good sound effect. Hold on.
Okay. All right. Mop and Seamus also hear this. You were sleeping and then I guess we could just drink something more. You know, it might help you go to sleep.
I don't think that'll help. Earplugs maybe?
Do we have any?
No. I don't. Hold on. Can I just turn my mop into earplugs?
You concentrate. It turns into one earplug.
Well, that didn't work.
You know, it was worth a try.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go look around.
Alright. I guess I'll join you.
He goes down the stairs. In the meantime, El Phantasma, ignoring most of the construction, is downstairs in the basement. With Lyle. He was mostly been ignoring him for the time that he was working. At any point, does El Phantasma ask him any questions, or just to continue ignoring it the whole time?
Like I said, until he may or may not bring up something specific, he's probably not gonna.
Okay, then what was El Phantasma doing down there? If you could help remind me.
Cortez was mostly keeping track of basically how everyone is responding to like the whole Demon Crisis thing, as well as just seeing if there's any problems, any resistance, or any like major, like basically looking out for any major event that could happen before it happens.
You see that there are one thing is towards the early in the morning where more news is kind of spreading. You see that there are a couple different groups, not so much in Arbel nor in the state of Ardmara, but a couple of the more southern central states of Uniforda are kind of in protest of what's going on. They basically are saying, like they're just protesting against the demons being here.
All right. At any point would the scorpion like go silent?
Not really. It seems to really like the sound of its own voice.
Ah, I see. I
It's
see.
fucking bitch.
It's great.
Okay, so, you see at one point there's a Jeffrey. How long would he stay outside? And Arya, you didn't really get a chance to lie down yet at all. So
He would probably stay outside just to make sure that nothing dies. Specifically with the house, because
I mean, other than
Give him lemonade.
other than most of the downstairs windows and glass doors being broken, everything else is normal. But you see that the Silver Lady's kind of just observing everything with kind of a tablet that she seems to have mounted onto the inside of her wrist. So she's kind of just holding it like this and just focusing on a few things. She's not really having to talk or yell anything.
he's still gonna stand outside and
Okay.
watch.
Okay. You see, if nobody's doing anything particular during that time, I know Arya would be. Would she ever go look for Puddle Boy?
I don't know where to look.
I feel like you do.
But yeah, she'll try. Yeah, she'll try, but she doesn't know where exactly to look. So she'll just be wandering around the cabin, if anything.
Would she look in the downstairs main bathroom?
I want to say yes, but that wouldn't be like the first thing she'd go
Okay,
to.
so it takes her a little while to actually find him before you kind of like hesitantly not go. Yeah, call his name a little bit. Zune, are you here? Don't know if he is. Zune, I don't know if your mic's broken. I don't know if you're away, but I'm gonna say that Arya kind of peeks in and see Puddle Boy is sound asleep for the time being until Zune comes back. I'm sorry.
All right. Yeah, that's fine.
He got arrested for sure.
Yeah, he got arrested.
He was selling illegal toaster strudels on the market.
Not illegal toaster strudels. Oh my god.
Probably to Steinar, so.
We all thought he was a good guy.
Steiner ratted him out. All right. So
Can I do something though?
sure.
With the fact that Sadie's actually very exhausted and wanting sleep, Ashley will look at Ian and say, "Hey, you want to join us down in Daniel's room? It's probably going to be a lot quieter there, and I know Sadie does need sleep right now."
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's better than this.
Yeah. We'll go down and as sneakily as I can go into the room so that it doesn't bring in too much noise so that we don't wake up Freddy.
Roll me a stealth, both of you.
I will go into blood form and seep in through the crack.
Oh, well.
That's actually, it takes you a little bit. It's quite hard to do because of the way that the padding around the door
doors.
is.
Yeah. I mean, Ian's gonna have to open the door a little bit anyways, so
Yeah.
I will blood form in as he does that.
Okay.
Just so it's a quick in and out kind of thing.
Ian rolls.
Ian, Ian has to.
I think I'm good.
Makes no sound. Ian just takes the door off the hinges, and then puts it back.
Oh,
on.
no.
With no, that's a good roll. That's an
That
Elf
was
and
19
Phasma level
on the
roll.
die. That was a 19 on the die.
Yeah.
Woo!
So you both slip in. However, Freddy isn't. You don't think
She's just sitting there?
Everyone's asleep. He's just kind of staring at the ceiling, holding down.
He doesn't notice me. I'm too stealthy.
He doesn't notice Ian, nor Ashley.
Regardless, because he said that too, it's completely fine. Ashley will then obviously become herself again and then sit back at her spot next to the bed, next to where Daniel was, and just kind of close her eyes.
Surroundings.
Close her eyes and lean back on the wall.
Gotcha.
No, just kidding.
Right. And they able to fall asleep. All right. So after a few hours, it doesn't seem nearly like it took that long, but it ends up going from 7 to around 1 in the morning. The last truck leaves.
That's a great question. Wait, I'm almost done.
He's almost got it.
That was a
Can
soundboard from Kier, by the way.
To stall for a second, can I bring up a story about toaster strudels that Cullen and I dealt with the other day? I'm really in the mood for toaster strudels.
Yes.
It might be Wednesday D&D. It's completely fine. I really want toaster strudels though. Like I genuinely could want one right now. Like I would make one right now and eat it. So we're at the supermarket the other day doing a little bit of groceries before we do our big groceries. And we go to the freezer aisle and I'm like, oh wow, let me get some toaster strudels. And so I'm looking, there's some Eggo waffles, there's some organic waffles. There's like a lot of other pastries there. I even was able to get a pound cake, which I really like. But there's no toaster strudels. What supermarket doesn't sell toaster strudels? Excuse me?
They're mine.
Yeah,
Mop
Mop already
cleared the
Mop already
entire
cleaned up.
freezer.
I had toaster strudels today. I forgot to make them.
So trippy. And so when we do our big groceries, because we do it at the beginning of the month because we don't like being outside, people suck. So we're gonna do our big groceries and we're gonna make sure that we can hunt down and find toaster strudels. And I want to stock up like we're Silver Mop himself. Like I want toaster strudels. I want them so bad.
Living the mop diet.
Yeah, just toaster strudels and occasional orange juice. Best.
I'm assuming the sound isn't coming.
I don't hear nothing.
We just heard it and then nothing else.
Oh,
Oh, it's when you
that-
speak?
I think now your mic is fucked.
Well, no, my mic isn't fucked.
That was weird.
It's just the sound
I think-
effect. I don't think is loud enough.
Oh, It's
something.
not picking up. Yeah, it's only it started doing it more when you started speaking. Can you speak right now while it's playing?
Is it coming?
It's like as
Kind of.
if it's the background of your own mic. So it's only when you speak that we can start hearing the construction
that's
noises in the
strange.
background.
I'll work on it. I'm almost.
Either way, we're going to
Zune, where are you?
start moving on at some point. But around 1 a.m. is when the last truck starts to leave. Silver Lady kind of looks over to Jeffrey and just says, "All right, everything should be finished. I'll come back in the morning to make sure that the tire tracks and stuff are cleaned up."
Okay.
Did you want me to show everybody how to get in? Things like that? Or, or are you good at figuring it out yourself?
I would prefer if we got a tutorial.
Alright. I'll, do you want to fetch them, or should I join you?
He's gonna walk into the house. Get your butts down here for the tutorial.
I'm tired.
Why can't we do this later?
Who said it was okay to start this?
Phantasma doesn't hears Jeffrey vaguely. Might not care. Might be getting drowned out a little bit by Lyle. Athena doesn't hear this. Ashley and Ian don't
No,
hear it.
honestly. So so through my perspective, I feel like Cortez would have been fine with Lyle speaking because of the construction noise like being like over him, and so now that it's gone, he's like, now I gotta listen to this piece of garbage.
You did vaguely hear Jeffrey though upstairs. You don't know what he said, but you heard his voice.
If he's in trouble, like Cortez would know. So
Yeah.
he's
So the only people that come down, I'm assuming, are Arya, Mop, and Seamus.
Yeah. I guess so.
So what's this about
Well,
Jeffrey?
the whole group.
so now I see that.
They're upstairs. You're
Silver
downstairs.
Lady's gonna give a tutorial on how to open the thing downstairs.
Who said we could? The construction had to start today.
Not quite
I
what
thought
you
the
hear.
trucks left.
One came
I'm
back
assuming
for a
it's still
second.
not coming through.
No, it's not. It's not working in
No.
the slightest. It just sounds like every once in a while you just enter a wind tunnel and that's it. It's alright, I'll find something for the next construction
It's
project. in our house.
cursed. It won't.
No, we don't need any more.
Yeah, you'll need more construction. So this time starting at 1 a.m.
No.
Let's just make more opportunities to have construction going on in the cabin. So
You know what? Fuck it. Let's all be Elephant Tasma at this point. Let's all be nocturnal. Let's go.
Okay, so does Jeffrey, Arya, Mop, or go get anybody else, or look for them, or you're just like, I don't
Nope.
know. Okay.
Whatever. It's a whatever moment right now.
Okay.
We can like teach them later or whatever. I don't know.
Whatever. Athena was the one who greenlit it. If she didn't want to come, it's her choice. Freaking lucky get to sleep through
I'm
all
pretty
this
sure all
crap.
of you guys know Athena can sleep through anything.
That's what
at this
Kabuto was
point.
saying.
Lucky Athena having to sleep through all this crap and we can't even
As
sleep.
sleep deprived Arya goes outside with Jeffrey and Seamus and Mop, and you see that going outside, you do see basically it looks like nothing in the backyard has changed except for like some tire tracks and dirt, displaced dirt.
Interesting.
So like, where is it?
Marco!
Hello.
Oh, that's not how you activate it?
No, it is not. Come
No.
here, this way. And she
Okay.
leads you over to the helipad. There should also be an entrance down at the lower basement that you have. That Athena should be the north exit at the back of the house. But to get in from here, all you have to do is press this. And she shows you basically a little foot button that you press down, and you see like a handprint scanner comes up.
My fucking.
And these fucking trucks.
It's getting worse. It's getting worse and louder.
All right, all of you should be able to activate it.
Oh, that's cool.
I'll give it a shot.
You see that you see a little panel, a little prompt says helipad open or let's see, hatch access or ground level door.
Which one do I choose?
The ground level one, unless you need something big transported in or out.
I see. All right. I'll do the ground level and then.
You see
Fucking
that
big as his vault.
you see that there's kind of a little bit like a ramp that kind of, or one of the steps that leads up to the helipad, just kind of lower.
Oh.
Voila.
Ooh.
That's a fucking nuclear explosion.
That's not construction. That's just a bomb
I
going
figured
off.
out the problem. I figured it out. It's that my input sensitivity on Discord was set to automatic, so every time I would play the sound, it would block it out. And
Unless
so
you were
while I
talking,
was trying
yeah.
to make it sound louder. Oh my god. All right, that's it for me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and then everybody dies because Arya's his last resort.
When Arya gets
last
fed up with that
resort.
last
Oh my
truck,
God.
Arya gets fed up with the last construction
Arya's
truck. She's
last
like, you know
resort.
what? This is it. Y'all are dying with me.
Alright.
Like here, next time Arya uses last resort, save that clip.
All right. Anyway, so the three of you walk down with Silver Lady, and well, Seamus is also there, so 5 of you technically total. Okay. You see, you go down, and you see that it kind of leads you to an atrium as well, and like that has this basically this very heavy metal door, and it's not quite like a traditional vault. It's not apparent where the actual door is, but you see that there is kind of like an area you can walk around. That's a decently sized area. It's like as big as the helipad, maybe a little bit bigger underneath. And you see that there is these like kind of circular, almost like phone booth sized round pods. And then Silver Lady points to them. Those are full body DNA scanners. I have tracked your DNA with it. So to open the vault, you need at least 2 of you to open them.
Neat.
Or me, I
Sweet.
can open them at any time, but I'm a bit of a cheater.
I was about to say, I'm assuming this isn't like normal cell doors.
Not quite. It is made out of some of the living metal, as well as graphene. Oh, you said that. Here, what the fuck?
Jesus, Kick.
I just deleted it. It's gone.
And another bomb goes off upstairs. The house is gone.
So sorry. I do not mean to be this disruptive.
God damn it.
I finally started to relax. I looked away for half a second and boom.
So,
What's the left of Arbale City?
nothing. Nothing at all.
Do we have anything already in the vault, or do we?
You do have a number of things that I was told to leave alone. What the fuck is still there?
He did it.
There we go.
He figured it out.
Oh my god, no more. Do not play it again.
Turn that thing off.
He got
Now
it.
your
I'm
mic's
proud
muted.
of
There
you.
go.
So it's gone now.
Thank you. You said it was gone the last time.
I know.
He just needed to try one more time. It's fine. It's gone now.
He got
Got
it.
anything else? All right.
All right, so
Out of my system.
you see that the civil lady says, "Why don't you open up the vault, two of you, and you can see what is already inside."
All right.
Hippity hoppity.
I'm gonna go to
Open up my property.
I'm gonna go to one of the scanner thingies. Whatever they are.
Okay. You see
Anyone
Mop steps
else?
in and it kind of slowly closes around him. Does anybody else step into any other ones?
Hippity hoppity.
That's not a proper confirmation, Caboodle.
Yes, that was me. I'm sorry. I'm lying.
Okay.
Six sessions ago.
All right. So Arya steps in and they both close, and then there's like a light that goes down, and then and you see the one of the basically all the walls are around the center of like magically two cubes, and the central cube is the one that's made out of living metal, and then it goes, and it shows it's basically there's a light on the top, a light on the bottom that are kind of the floor and the ceiling, and you see a bunch of different containers and lockers for a bunch of different things. Various different things. You guys can tell that there is the glowing brass knuckles down there, the wooden staff of sapphires, the emerald-encrusted pincushion, or emerald-encrusted shield, the pincushion, the burning short sword, the two trigger demons, and then there's a place for the Lyle, the trident, as well as you see that the bigger pod that's references to Zoe in like kind of a separate enclosed space.
See.
All of it is in order, and there's room for a few more things if you need it as well.
Wait.
You know what?
Zoe's here?
Who is here?
Zoe?
She's in there, yes.
Keep that in mind.
Yeah, don't touch.
Phantasma.
Thankfully, she needs two people to
Taz
open
was
it.
not here.
I thought he was.
No, he did not come with you.
I thought he did. I'm gonna go get the scorpion.
Okay.
Do you know that I have it?
He probably
gonna,
assumed
like-
that Ashley didn't have it still.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go up and be like, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get the scorpion and just kind of like drop kick it in there. And I'm
Alright.
just gonna look for it.
You go up there, you go to Ashley Ian's room, you knock. No response.
Okay. Kick down my. I'm just gonna open it.
You see that they're not in there, nor is the scorpion.
Okay. Don't know where that is. I guess, I mean, I know where it is, but Mop doesn't. I'm just gonna roll an investigation for it.
Okay.
That's the silver Mop, but either way.
You look around. You don't find it. You do check the basement to see El Phantasma down there, but you don't know the scorpion on the way down.
I guess I'll talk to El Phantasma. Hey.
So before he gets to me,
Okay, hold on.
Does Lyle say anything else?
He says
Like
a-
now that I can hear it more clear.
He says a bunch of things, but none of it really like that. Like he's just annoying to El Phantasma.
Yeah, and so at
Nothing, it
this
doesn't
point,
really
I
get
think,
under his
like,
skin.
now, yeah, but now that like the noise is gone and everything, and now he's just listening to him, he's just like starting to lose his patience a little bit, just like.
And then Mop comes down.
Por favor, don't you ever shut up.
I
You
didn't
hear
even
as
say anything.
yeah, there you go.
Hey,
I'm
repeat?
sorry. I didn't even say anything. I'll that was kind of harsh.
Cortez turns around. It's not you, Mop, that's pedazo de basura.
Oh, what?
He points to the scorpion.
Oh, okay, perfect. I was looking for that.
Why do you need it?
I'm gonna like kick it into the vault.
What?
Not maybe not.
From there? Wait.
I know.
Not
I
from
think he's
here,
saying
but
that out loud.
Oh.
But either way.
The vault is complete.
Yes, apparently.
Por fin, can you show me where it is? And he grabs the
Yes.
scorpion.
Let's go.
Okay.
It's us walking.
You go. Yeah. Just like Mr. Crab walk. As you both go outside, carrying the scorpion. Mop leads El Phantasma down to the vault. In the meantime, does Jeffrey, Arya do anything with Silver Lady down there? You have a few minutes.
If there isn't anything else, I would prefer if we could start putting some stuff in there.
What else did you have in mind?
Did I just mishear? Is all the stuff already down there?
All the stuff that was in the Elias Morose's base got transferred. The only thing that aren't in there are the Trident and the Scorpion.
I was just about to say, I remember there being some stuff in Ian's room.
That's what Mop just went to get, thinking he didn't see the Trident. I mean, I think he might see the Trident actually if you wanted to grab it.
I don't think he was going for that. I think Ian still wants to get it.
Yeah,
Also, can't Mop not lift the trident?
That's right. Mop cannot lift
That too. That shit.
Yeah. But no. Then the only other thing that was in their room was the Scorpion, and Mop just went to grab that. And you did hear him say, "I'm gonna go get the Scorpion." He's coming back with El Phantasma carrying it in a moment.
Cool. In that case, he's just gonna stare blankly and be like, "Never mind."
Okay.
How's Clay doing?
He's doing all right at the moment. He's awake a number of the time, back at home. But he's still in a wheelchair.
Hey, Silver Lady?
Yes, Arya.
I kind of want to try something, and if it's okay with you?
It very much depends on what it is.
Well, okay, so I feel really bad because, since... Wait, question. Silver Lady knows about the stuff with Daniel.
Yes.
Right, yeah, okay. About the stuff, like, with Daniel, and I kind of felt inspired by him to kind of push the healing, like, stuff that I can do out to, like, more. Not, I can't be as great as Daniel is with that stuff, but I was gonna try and maybe heal him to the point where he could possibly do better.
You're more than welcome to try, Arya. It's not so much the fact that he is injured, it is the fact that his bones have holes in them now. Because of the machinery that was inside of them. But you are more than welcome to try sometime if you wish.
I do.
But I will let you get some sleep if you want to meet tomorrow sometime.
I was gonna try and help someone else too. So I thought, I want to help two people.
Appreciate it very much, Arya. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And then Mop and El Phantasma come back about a minute after that.
Have you been sleeping? Oh, hi, Mop.
No, I've been awake doing research.
Oh,
Where
so you
does
just
this
didn't
be-
join us.
If you want
Where
to
does this
call
go?
it research.
Oh, over there. There's a spot specifically for him.
How does the spot look?
It's like kind of like basically it's like a
Cage in a cage
it's
in
like
another
it's like a
cage.
locker that has like a very like reinforced glass so you can see what's inside of it, but you have a little like
Oh, perfect. Cortez is gonna throw it in there.
No, I was gonna do that. Damn it! I literally said I was gonna kick him in. Damn. All right, that's still enjoyable.
oh, a spot specifically for me. I'm touched. Mom,
I mean, we have an even better spot for her, as I point to Zoe.
Isn't the door already closed?
it is. He seems to kind of be clicking and making some noises backwards, but you can't really understand it because it's muffled.
Hiss! Okay.
Well, that is taken care of.
The silver lady.
Yes.
I was told that there was supposed to be an entrance. From the basement as well.
Over here, this way. And she leads you back one of the sidewalls, and you see that there's another like little foot pad and a panel flips around and to a handprint. There you
He's
go.
gonna try it.
It opens and you see a tunnel that leads to the other side.
Está bien, gracias. And then he goes up.
This leads him down to the lower basement. Alright, yeah, I will not bother you anymore. Enjoy your sleep. I'll contact you tomorrow, Aria, or contact me.
We could try maybe noon tomorrow?
I will let you know. That
Okay.
sounds good. Is there anything else I can help you with before I depart?
No.
We're safe with her in there, right?
She should be in the confinement that she was in before.
Okay.
Oh yeah, did you end up moving the whole room or what?
I ended up moving the pod she was in and putting a room of similar material around here.
Gotcha. Well, thanks for your help.
So far she seems harmless. But I understand the concern for things you are unaware of. If you need me for anything, let me know.
Thank you so much. Have a good night.
Of course.
And tell Clay I wish him a good night too. Bye.
Of course.
Oh,
And she goes back up. And you guys go up as well.
Yes.
And you see as you're leaving, the vault closes. And the doors behind you, the steps that lowered now go back up to the position they were in. Basically something like this, the back to that.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm going to sleep.
Yeah, I think we all need it.
Okay. So all of you get a nice rest.
Shut up, Athena.
Athena waking up at the usual time. Ashley and Ian waking up around the same time as Athena. Everybody else getting up a little bit later in the day, but Athena, Ashley, and Ian, and Puddle Boy, if Zune comes back, I don't know what happened to him. Maybe he did fall asleep for real. I don't know. I don't know if anybody has his phone number that wants to give him a call.
I don't.
I can call him on Snapchat.
Everyone
If
can
you
call
want
him
to,
on
if you
Snapchat.
want to give it a try to see if he did fall asleep or not. But
Yeah, I'll do that.
everybody, Ashley, Ian, Athena, have all woken up.
Would I be one of the later wakers?
Not too late, but you'll wake up with everybody else.
Okay. Let me know.
Ashley, Ian, Athena, do you do anything in particular?
I
How's
breakfast for Ashley.
Freddy? As I wake up to see Ian not in the room and making breakfast for me, apparently.
It seems like he fell asleep at some point.
That's good. Good.
Is
Ian,
Phantasma dead?
Yep.
Okay, then I'm staying there, but I'm gonna read my book.
gotcha. So Ian, roll me a wisdom or intelligence.
Well, then I'll get out the room, but I'll go silently so that Freddy can keep sleeping.
Okay. You slip out of the room.
And is Daniel's body okay? No changes? Is he calm and still fine?
You see that the light's very dim around him from where it was before. It's kind of a bright gold glow, and now it's like barely there.
Oh, I don't like that.
I don't.
I don't like that at all.
Then it
When I
it
since my
flickers
heartbeat
almost.
sense is on, is he fine
You don't sense a heartbeat.
physically? What?
You don't sense a heartbeat anymore. And then it flickers.
That's a problem.
And goes out.
Huh?
And then it goes back on again. After just long enough to give Ashley a panic attack.
I'm talking full-on heart attack here. I will do something. Because that's scary. And I don't know what any of that means. But I'm going to take his hand.
Yeah.
Take Daniel's hand and just nick it a little bit and put my blood mark on him.
You see you nick it, no blood comes out. You see that the light that was around his outer form just starts to glow brighter there.
Oh, he's in constant heal? What's happening? Fuck, wait.
You see the skin stitches back together.
I don't know.
You're the blood person. You're supposed
Can
to
I
know
do
that.
an inspired action?
Sure.
Okay.
Dude.
In the most non-invasive, nicest way, instead of nicking his skin, I will find a part inside of him and then blood mark him.
Okay. This is no blood in his body.
What do you mean there's no blood in his body?
He means there's no blood in his body. I mean, he
I
said it.
know. So,
I don't like that face, Cullen.
I'm laughing at Poke.
okay, I'm gonna do another inspired action then.
Okay.
Down 2. And I'm going to mark him with my own blood
Okay. You kind of just
and blood mark him
you
that
just,
way.
Like on the side of his neck. You just put
Yeah,
some blood there.
like so that I know I can just keep the constant vital on him because
Okay.
that's a little scary. But I don't want to scare Freddy right now of all people, so I'm gonna leave him sleeping. I'm gonna
Gotcha.
blood mark him with my own blood, and then I will leave the room. But I will have a very confused face on as I walk into the kitchen. Very concerned, confused face.
Okay.
Hey, Ian.
Ian's cooking. It's almost done. Smells really good. You know, he's jamming out to it a little bit.
What's up?
Daniel stopped glowing for a second and then started glowing again.
You see Ian's jamming, and then all of a sudden he's like, not anymore. He's like,
Record
He
scratch.
also doesn't have a heartbeat or any blood. I don't
"Sorry,
know.
what?
I don't know. I can't sense him. I tried to nick him and nothing, Ian, nothing.
Athena comes down the stairs, looking for coffee. No, she's staying upstairs. That's
Yes.
my bad. My bad.
Oh, I would get coffee.
That's fair. All right, you do catch him at this moment then.
Hi.
Hey, Athena.
Ashley
Right now.
turns to Athena and looks concerned.
Does Daniel have a mental presence? Like, can you check, like, right now? Like, please, right now, check.
Don't
Then
wake Freddy,
for
please.
What? Okay. Was heading for the coffee pot. Does a U-turn and goes to Daniel's room.
Quietly opens door for Athena because I'm scared that we'll wake up Freddy.
I guess I'll do a searching thought on Daniel.
He's there. Kind of.
Just hibernated
There's-
mental state.
It's the
Yeah.
same as
I
it
close
was
the door
before.
so that she can speak. What?
Ding, door open. Put a telepathic link up so that we can talk in our heads between the three of us. So we can
Okay.
keep the door open.
Ian has
Okay.
joined your channel.
What did you say?
I think it's because I searched him one more time before this. Is it the same?
Pretty much, yeah.
He's basically the same as he was before. He's in like a hibernative state.
Okay.
That's good. I think he doesn't have a heartbeat anymore. no blood, no nothing. He's constantly healing himself. That's what that glow is, and it went out for a bit and then came back on.
He's probably just distant then.
Maybe.
But I'd like to keep a closer watch on him.
Okay.
Just to make sure.
I blood marked him with my own blood. So if anything does change with him physically again, I'll at least know a little.
Just for shits and giggles, I'm gonna put the telepathic link on Daniel too.
Okay.
Just to see if anything happens.
You see it.
We can hear it at
It's
least.
basically like right now putting a telepathic link on like a lamp.
Gotcha.
Like that doesn't do it.
Lamps are so tall. What?
So Puddle Boy, as you see them kind of concerned, standing outside the slightly open door of Daniel's room, as you woke up from a long rest and somehow sleeping through construction that you don't know anything about, but you just see the three of them standing around Daniel's door.
As soon as he says anything, my telepathic link goes onto him. Like, any noise, anything.
Well, the thing is, he doesn't say anything.
Just stands there.
Okay.
He sort of stands there for a bit, and then I guess walks away, realizing that they're in the middle of doing something.
He also smells a little something like something in the kitchen is burning now.
Oh no.
I will quickly go in that direction.
You kind of pass by them. You see that there's eggs burning, and Ian starts to smell it then too. Is that the rest of you that were concentrating? You see Puddle Boy in the kitchen kind of sees the smoking mess.
Damn it.
He will go to fix the mess.
Okay. Cleans it up a bit.
When did this happen, Ashley?
Just now, I woke up maybe 5-8 minutes ago.
Was he fine last night? Did anyone check on him before they went to bed?
He was fine. When I woke up, he was just a bit dim. Ian, did he look that way when... Well, you've been up all night.
I briefly passed out.
She gives you like a, yeah, sure. She doesn't know any better.
You do know that I do occasionally sleep, right?
She squints.
What, like a recharge or something?
Yeah, think of it like a power saving mode.
Fine. Noted.
Maybe Freddy noticed something?
Freddy was up, but he went to sleep, and I don't want to wake him up because he definitely didn't sleep when we did. He hasn't really had much sleep, if anything at all.
I can fix that. I'm gonna do my thing on Freddy.
Don't do anything. Just let him rest. I think he wants to just be with him right now.
The main reason that I think he should be awake is if something does happen, he'd want to be awake.
Think it's better that he'd have his own rest. We are all here to help him out. Also, doing that thing is just a little bit invasive. You should probably let him rest for now and ask him later if he'd rather you do that so that he can stay up for as long as he needs to.
I don't mess with anyone's mind. I just affect the time around their body.
And then you get all sleepy and you just woke up again.
Morning, sleepyhead.
Not sleepy.
Sure sounds like it.
No, I just woke up. Different.
Okay.
Well, good morning to you then.
Look, Ian made some food. How about we get some munches in?
As Puddle Boy's dumping it in the garbage because it's black.
Oof.
And just goes, well,
No eggs, but everything else is fine.
I'll just get some coffee. She's gonna walk over and make a pot of coffee, I guess.
Make a pot of coffee. And does she go back upstairs, or she stays downstairs now?
She'll probably hover for a little bit.
Okay.
See if something happens.
Nothing in particular.
I'm gonna keep the telepathic link on Daniel just in case. I don't think anything's gonna happen, but
No, not. Athena would eventually go back upstairs then, as nothing seems to change.
Yeah.
And then other people start waking up. Arya and Jeffrey, now Phantasma, start getting up a little bit later in the day.
Morning.
Morning. Coffee. And he goes downstairs.
I'll make you the coffee. I'll make you the coffee.
And then Mop and Seamus also are waking up.
Yeah, Cortez will be heading down at this point.
Gotcha.
He doesn't see Athena, so.
I mean, Athena would have been back upstairs by the time he
yeah,
wakes up.
Oh, would she? Oh, okay. Then never mind.
Gotcha.
she's just examining the book. Her book.
Yep.
Trying to see if anything she can make sense of anything else.
Alright. So, Phantasma, do you go downstairs? Do you stay up there? What do you do?
He's just gonna let Athena know. Athena. The vault is done. They made it last night.
When did they did what?
They made the vault last night, Athena.
When last night?
You were asleep.
Of course. Okay, I'll go check it out in a little bit.
Let me know. I'll make sure to show you how the thing works.
Okay.
As you guys start to wake up a bit more, Mop, Seamus, or Seamus, Mop, do you say anything to Seamus? You're muted, you pulled the Steiner. Oh, he's walking away.
I love you, Steiner.
Dude, that was at the Jeopardy thing last night. But no, why you got so triggered?
Why? You mentioned it. Okay. Hey, I'm gonna be doing some personal work with the mop. I'm gonna be in here for a while.
Alright.
Just letting you know.
Kind of the same phrasing you say when you're about to take a shit, but I understand. you want me to get you anything?
No, maybe a toaster strudel.
If we have any left, I'll get you a couple.
There better be.
He kind of kisses you on the forehead before getting dressed and going downstairs. So, in the meantime.
Hi, Seamus.
Morning.
Right.
Where's Steiner?
Oh, he's doing some business.
Damn it.
Does he need anything?
Oh, I think he'll be fine. He's just getting a couple
Okay.
toasters through us.
You got it.
Okay.
Where were you two? Oh wait, y'all are in the room. As she was like referring to Ian and Ashley.
Sleeping? Wait, where are you?
I was awake up all night due to the construction. Yeah,
How did that go?
Was it really that loud?
it was up
Oh, yeah.
until 1 a.m. They stopped
Yeah,
at 1
I were-
a.m.
Sleeping in Daniel's room because there's no other room that you probably could have slept in this house.
Nope.
It's not about the room, it's about the person, Athena.
Way to shout her out, Ian.
It's true.
You know, just go straight for it. Yep.
Except for Puddle Boy, who was able to sleep in the bathtub the whole night.
It's not about the room, it's about the person.
Sound doesn't travel through water.
Okay.
So, what's on the agenda for today?
Did we have to do anything specific today?
I think we all need a spot A.
Well, I need to help Silver Lady out today, but that's about it.
I think we all need a spot A.
If there's not anything for us to do, I'm going on patrol.
Terrified to do that. I don't know how this city is reacting right now, but I'd rather not have to deal with it, and make sure that
Then you deserve a spot.
we can.
Wait, are we all done here
No,
at
no,
this
that's
point?
not what I'm talking about.
With the exception of Mop, everybody's down there. Yes.
Okay. So Cortez would go down to get his notes and then come back up and hand them to Ashley, basically showing how the public is right now.
Yeah. As that part of the conversation, Alpha Tasma kind of did like a finger up, go get his votes, hand them to Ashley. As it's like kind of, it just shows how the public is reacting around Uniforta and Arbale, like northwestern Uniforta. They kind of are all okay with it. It seems like more the southern central states that are really more against it than anything else. But there's mixed bags. There's all over the place.
Yeah, that's what I thought. And she's gonna hand it over to
the
Ian.
chirp analytics.
I think that we do need to figure out what else we're going to. We can't just stop communication now, is what I'm trying to say. We have to make sure that we're constantly in tabs and in talks with everyone in the city, so that they know that we're actively trying to do what we can here, and maybe gain some trust of those who might make it hard for us to keep things safe. No?
It sounds like you don't know how to do that.
Who is
And-
it?
I'm gonna open
DM?
the door.
I runs to the
With my
front door.
blood
While, you would sense. You roll me a memory or history check. 'Cause you-
Is it in my blood bank?
I mean, did you put this one in your blood bank?
That long ago?
Yeah, most likely. Depends on who it is.
Let's say if you put Zure Derist in there, you know who it is then.
Oh, the one that has
The
contact with
ambassador
you.
for the UN.
Oh, yeah. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Because remember, I asked you if any of them were demonic or celestial, because I needed to know when I meet new people.
I'm just imagining every time Ashley meets new person, she just has to like snip them once and be like, "Sorry, I need this for research."
No, I don't have to do that. I just have to. My blood sense is passive now, so if I hear their heartbeat, I know who they are.
If, like just before that, you just had to like snip everybody for science.
All right. So as Jeffrey and Ashley are talking, Arya runs over towards the door, and good morning, Arya.
Do you want tea or coffee?
I'm good, thank you. I've already had breakfast.
As I open the door to let him in.
Guys, someone's here.
It's Ray. Let him in.
He isn't. I'm opening the door for him.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning. Coffee?
I'm good, thank you. Could I have a moment of your time is really what I'm here for. I'm sorry to interrupt your breakfast.
We were actually just talking about our next steps, so came at a good time.
Perfect then. So I'm assuming you have all seen the impact of the speech that was given?
So. Seems like it's mixed.
Of course. I'm not going to be working so much on the side of amplifying your voice. That will be other people for sure. But I do have context if either of your group want to go over to either Karana or Kokera and talk to people in charge over there.
If I'm not mistaken, there was a couple people in particular that were supposed to like us. I like wasn't I don't know politics.
You guys said something about letting Ian do it because he might get through better than a good bit of us.
Well,
me and Ian can head out if you'd like.
There is you can go. There's 2 locations. If you want to go to the Razorlines, there's 3. But Karana and Kokera will have stronger heroes. From what I know.
I think Ian
Wasn't it-
was actually very famous in Karana.
I was just about to say, I think if we were to try to split it up, it would have to be Ian going to Karana and Ashley. They probably wouldn't like you too much there.
In your professional opinions, Ray, who do you think would be the best?
Well, I know for Karana, Ian was not popular for a long time in Karana. However, if they found out you're a robot, they would be all over it. Also,
I only suggested me and Ian because at the end of the day, they're going to have to be okay with this.
true.
Me and Ian being together might be a little bit of a, well, he is with the demon, and they might warm up to the idea.
I think we need our foot in the door first.
I feel like maybe 3 of you could go, the 2 of you, because I believe they are a decent fan of Scarlet Ash over there. They also are a pretty big fan of voice fixing as well.
Really?
Yes. Ashley would very much not be welcome in Kokera. They have weird things against blood over there.
That was
Right.
the one who they didn't like.
That's who you guys said. That's true.
But they are a big fan of... I forget your name, superhero name, Jeffrey.
Hailstorm.
Hailstorm. Yes, sorry about that.
Thanks.
I'm sorry. Everybody just refers to you as Jeffrey. Whoever I talk to, they just say Jeffrey.
Mom and me.
I kind of made that reputation for myself, but yeah.
I don't know how you want
It's
to do
Hailstorm.
this, whether you want to, or if you want to do it at all. I just know the heroes in Karana are very powerful, and Kokera is a bit all over the place, because while they are one big country and they have essentially a high king, they also have a bunch of smaller countries within inside of it that have their own kings. They answer to the high king.
So we do a couples tour. Both of us, meaning Ian and I, Jeffrey and Arya, head to Karana and then to Kokera, and each who needs to be up in front respectfully can say what they need to say before heading back here.
More than welcome to have that, if that's what you want to do. I can book a plane today.
I'm
if
just
you
a
want.
little concerned because not all of us can come. There's some things we need to keep in watch over here.
Well,
people who need to stay close to other people.
Speaking of that, I wanted to let Thalia wanted me to let you know that there will be a number of heroes coming today and tomorrow from various parts of the country.
Coming here to Arbale?
Coming here to Arbale, yes. And they wanted to, and Thalia wanted to make sure there's a number of you that can meet with them, so they see who the friendly face is that is leading things around here.
Well, then I guess I'll go to Kokera when they're doing that down here.
You don't think your face is friendly enough, Jeffrey?
I don't mean to be that guy, but I said bitch on stage.
That you
Fair.
did. That was a bold choice.
That is fair.
You
But it
know,
was for
I
a
feel
good
like from the reputation, it was very in character for you.
Yeah, well, I don't think it passed that well. I didn't see any smiles.
They just don't
That was a really
understand
smiley
context.
event, not gonna lie.
Don't be too hard on yourself, Jeffrey.
I can go with you if it makes you feel better.
We should definitely do all of this one at least together, welcoming the heroes who are coming to help us before we head out to other countries.
If you want to go over tomorrow, I could schedule a plane for then, and then I could check in with you tomorrow morning.
Well, when were those heroes coming?
They should a number of them should be here to this evening or tomorrow.
Okay, well then, yeah. I guess we could sort out the details for the trip to Karana and Kokera.
There's some long
And,
plane rides for some of them, yes. So some of them might take a bit, like Elasa or Verga. They're going to take a very long time.
We'll then stick around till tomorrow and then figure out our travel plans for.
Why
the day
are a
after.
bunch of heroes coming over to talk to us?
It's more so they wanted to get here early to know what the plan was for any doors of death opening, and the government wanted to send
Right.
immediate support.
Wow.
Right.
And I guess we
Um,
should continue our conversation on what we're planning with that.
Caro, did
Was-
you hear the plan that we had last time?
What? Could you remind me?
I'm gonna
pretty
assume
sure I
no.
did.
If I can't remember if you were there or not. Or I might be thinking of a different session, but
Yeah,
the plan
I'm a little
was-
confused. You guys did talk about how you wanted Ashley to be the one that was welcoming people straight from the door, and that we were going to be more on the politer side because we don't know what people's intents are yet, and there's going to be a lot of dead people that need to not die immediately after walking through the door, but we know things are going to be scary.
Did you hear about the 3 lines of defense?
Yes. Yeah, that one you said in game, on how it would be us, other heroes, and then military that's surrounding the city in layers essentially, and those are our
Then
3
yeah,
lines.
I must have been thinking of a different session that you were
Okay.
out. I bet it was Monday that I was thinking of.
Monday.
Yeah. And
Look,
essentially,
man,
we're
same
closing
universe,
off
different
Arbel,
characters.
which is easy because it's an island. Before we start letting immigrating people into the island itself, before we start
Well,
letting anyone
honestly,
out into the rest of the country, right?
You just gave a great recap, so
Okay, cool.
now everybody's refreshed on it. So works
Okay, cool.
out
I just needed
anyway.
direction.
Yeah.
I
Pretty
just
much
need
so.
you guys, because y'all are the planners.
And we had a
Closing
small
off the city.
conversation with the Silver Mop on like how we're going to try to spread as much information as possible, but there are still going to be people who are going to be stubborn, and it is their decision to stay.
And then the last thing that Thalia added was using Daniel's face with permission from you guys to as the evacuation mascot.
Yes.
So that's the plan.
Yep.
Okay,
What?
so what is there anything we need to do in the meantime before tomorrow or tonight?
I would not know specifically for your city, but you could talk to Thalia. I know she is working with a number of heroes on evacuation things. I believe for the main part of Arbel, there's some people that are already ready to leave. She's working
that's
with
good.
a couple of business people about it. One of them apparently gave her a grant or something. I do not know exact details for evacuation fund.
That's good to hear.
Also, out of all of the hero commissioners that I've met, Thalia is very much on top of her game. For be able to be my grandmother.
She's probably your grandmother's grandmother. Let's be honest.
Oh, I'm not quite that young, Miss Scarletish. I appreciate the flattery, though.
I was actually giving her more age, but sure.
Fair. I took it the wrong way then.
My grandmother's grandmother.
Well, aren't you from the early 2000s?
Yeah.
And you?
I myself, I was born in 2035.
We're technically older than you two. Okay.
But not by much.
Don't you know to respect your elders?
I have not shown nothing but respect to you. You've done wonderful.
I know.
Don't.
Use that line.
Sarcasm. Sorry, he doesn't.
I know. I can tell when someone is jesting.
So, is there anything else you wanted to talk about, or?
It is nothing from me. I just wanted to let you know about the possibility of going to Coquera or Corona. Other than that, if you needed anything from me, I wanted to give you my number and pass on what Thalia wanted me to tell you about.
Okay, and I'm assuming Thalia will be handling the tickets and whatnot for the trips. Is that right?
Yes, I believe she's working with your city, your head of the state, whoever that is, Kerry Montana.
Right.
But she knows you're here right now.
She knows that I'm here. Yeah, I was talking with her before coming here.
All right. Well, thanks for the info. We'll keep you posted.
Of course. Have a good breakfast. We kind of like little head nod and then leaves.
So, I guess we could touch bases with Thalia and see what she's doing about that information campaign in order to get people evacuating using all the images they have of Daniel. He'll have a riot with that when he gets back.
Yeah.
Then we can talk with those heroes this evening. Let them know what our plans are. And maybe we should just at least finalize what our plans really are going to be, at least right now, before we separate our ways for the rest of the evening.
What do you mean?
Well, what's it going to be? You spoke about the lines of defense yesterday. Are we completely putting the city on lockdown the weeks prior to when we expect these doors to open, no matter who's still stuck inside and who's left on the outside? And then along with that, are we keeping this city with only those individuals for now until we can wheedle out who has ill intent and who doesn't?
One thing I think
just to keep the rest of the country safe.
One thing we might want to put in place is a lockdown that prevents people from coming in right now.
I thought that was already in place.
I believe that's in place right now. We're helping people evacuate, and it's a no entry zone for Arbale City. The state's fine, just not the city.
What do you have, Ian?
So, like, if these doors open and all hell breaks loose, what's the game plan?
When these doors open,
yeah, I misspoke. You know what I mean. It's not like it's like, hey, could you just not? I'm not ready. I need
the game plan.
Although that would be easy, I think keeping this city in the bubble that we can when these doors open is our best bet.
The game plan that we talked about was that we were going to have all of the top heroes stationed on the outside of the city, and we were going to attack who's good and who's not from the top down, starting with, of course...
We're on high surveillance when they come in. We will keep things as neutral as possible as we immigrate who we find really truly needs it. But if
we start at the top and we work our way down.
If they come out fighting, yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Work our way down if we see anyone at the top in the first place.
Well,
I have a feeling it's going to be a lot.
Should.
I don't think they'll be the ones to walk out first.
Well, no, but they'll certainly be out. There's no way they just send a bunch of people through. In that case.
Yeah, they would if they assume we're going to come guns a-blazing first. They're going to want that first wave to be the ones we attack so we weaken and then they can come in middle or last.
But that's not what we're doing.
No. That's why I'm saying I think we'll have the upper hand here.
I'm just saying, if Zach, if that's his plan, it's a shit plan.
That's always been one of his tactics, though.
Yeah.
But he has war.
Let me shoot laser and kill everything.
You would think that war would be the one to orchestrate.
You don't really believe Zach and the Four Horsemen are working together. Remember, they hated each other.
So
Zach wants them dead, and he wasn't able to go into Coilum to finish the job.
Maybe you don't remember the Four Horsemen, but they weren't exactly good guys.
No, I'm not expecting them to be good either, but they definitely wouldn't side with Zach and do whatever.
The alternative is Thea.
You know?
The alternative is Thea, and last we saw, Death kissed Thea's hand in front of all of us.
So,
she's a manipulative demon. She's good at what she
Death.
does. Yes, perfect people to team up.
All right, you two. Let's not go into a squandering match about who's siding with who. We haven't seen anything yet. For all we know, they could be.
No, we haven't.
Party.
I'm not saying that any of them should be welcomed nicely either. If we see any of them, then we know what we need to do and what type of defenses we need to put up. I'm just saying that we shouldn't assume any of them are working with each other. They're all enemies anyways.
Well, then we're on the same side. We're treating them as enemies until they prove their innocence.
That's what I said. I never said anything other. I said the dead and the demons who are coming out that aren't those guys. You said straight from the top.
Anyway, what's next of the plan?
One thing I'd like to remind everybody that we learned is that the horsemen get stronger out of hell. Thea got stronger in hell.
That doesn't help reminding us that right now, because at the end of the day, there's only one thing we can do, and it's to defend and fight. So we'll do it no matter what.
Conversation. Period.
No, we don't.
Well, then why'd you bring? Oh my! All right.
I
I'm gonna go
didn't
on a
bring this
patrol.
aspect stuff. I just
I'm
said that
go on a
we need to
patrol.
be on the same page of locking
And,
down the city.
We'll reconvene later tonight when we have some stuff to do. He's gonna grab his bat and walk outside. And
Be safe.
To make sure he doesn't get himself killed, I go with Jeffrey.
I'm gonna go. Did I get a response from Silver Lady?
Not from Silver Lady, nor been calling as of yet.
That's fine.
I'll probably get back to you
What
soon.
time is it?
Like 6:30 in the morning.
Oh, that's why.
Why am I up at 6:30 in the morning? What?
'Cause you went to bed early.
You slept early as hell.
You had like 12 hours of rest.
I'm gonna go with them. Maybe patrol another part. Hey, Steinar, do you want to come with?
He is in his room.
If he hasn't come
Right,
down.
forgot about that. You need laxatives.
That's not why, but okay.
Alright, she's gonna awkwardly shuffle out the door while getting some Capri Suns, whatever the fuck those are alternate called.
Squirt
Khaki
Squirt
moons. Oh. Yeah.
Okay. So, in the meantime, as everybody starts to go out for patrols or set up everything else, we'll go back to Mop.
Hello.
Who's been in his room by himself.
Um.
And just comes up briefly to drop off a plate of toaster strudels. That's about it.
Thank you, sweetie.
I'm sorry, but no.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess I'm going to concentrate and turn my mop or ring, I guess, at the moment, into what was it, cane sword.
Okay.
That's the next.
Yep. Shing. Turn that into that. And
Now.
you see a woman that has the kind of similar features that you saw on the one before her, as well as Godric. This woman has shimmering blonde, almost white hair, with a helmet tucked under her side, full plate armor. Actually, not full plate armor for her, more of like a lighter pair of armor with a lighter helmet, with a cane kind of rested in between the both of you.
Hello.
Hello, Steinar Stevenson. You called?
Yes. I've been researching the previous users of the mop, or the heart, I guess. By the way, your whole family, fucking gorgeous. Just saying. But I just need to know, I guess, what the previous users are, and I guess really everyone's what they did when they were the wielder of the Silver Heart. Also, your name. I don't know your name.
My name is Agatha Carters. Later changed to Agatha Alistair. My father used to tell me stories of his time with the Silver Heart, as well as his grandfather. My father was known as the Silver Archer. Held a shimmering bow that he would aim with deadly accuracy. While his grandfather, or my grandfather I should say, would prefer smaller knives that would be thrown or used to get in close on his opponent. I vaguely remember something about my great-grandfather being a pirate that sailed from far over across the sea.
That's awesome.
Indeed it is. I know that my time as a Silver Knight started over in Windell, or what you know to be Windell. As the world progressed, I found more and more people were starting to come out with rare oddities of powers even then. It was my job at the time to allow them to thrive, allow them to live, find refuge. As many at the time considered those to be unnatural, either taken away and experimented on or simply murdered. I sheltered them, gave them refuge, before the time of heroes, and defended those from those who would harm them, oftentimes against the government. That is the main part of my story. While many more things happened, that is one of my proudest achievements. Helping those that would one day begin the hero business in Windell.
All right. And what really made you want to do this for all these people? Was it just because it felt right, or was it like there was some reason to it?
I simply thought it was the right thing to do. And the more that I did it, the better I felt about what I was doing. It started rough, going against my country's orders, against my country's views. But it always felt like the right thing to help them despite this.
What about people who wouldn't want your help? What did you do then, even though they needed it?
I forced them to see the error of their ways. I forced them to see what the consequences would be if they did not agree for my help. I showed them examples time and time again. They wouldn't listen. I'd be there when I could, but some succumbed to their own demise.
All right. I think that is really all that I need. Thank you very much.
Does a slight bow, and then the cane sword shrinks back into the ring.
Some hard business. All right. I'll eat the toaster strudels, and I think that's it for me.
Okay. So in the meantime, Arya and Athena and Jeffrey go out to patrol around Arbel. Finding various different things that are going on. You see that they're definitely not even close to the whole city, but it definitely seems a little bit more empty. Just in terms of traffic and things like that. There's really not anybody coming into the city now either. Occasional like security or official vehicles coming in and across the bridges. But other
You know
than
what I'm
that,
gonna do?
what's up?
I'm gonna do something. I'm
Okay.
gonna look to these two, with Athena and Jeffrey, and be like, I want to help some people, so I'm gonna look around for the people that are like trying to move out here and try and help them with stuff. Like if it's like packing or something else. If that's okay with you.
Just keep us updated. Give us a phone call.
Okay. I'm gonna give Jeffrey a big ol' hug. I love you. And then I'm gonna go to the nearest apartment complex I can find.
Okay. So, Arya leaves and heads off. See that she ends up with a number of people are kind of like not interested in really moving out yet. They're like, some of them are like either make excuses, some of them just say that the plans that they have to move out. But you do catch a couple people that are moving out at that time and be able to lift a couple things with them and then move them to the various different trucks or their vans and things like that. In the meantime, Jeffrey and Athena go around the city, find a place to park a little bit further into the city this time, and are able to kind of wander about, seeing things go down, solve a couple.
If anyone's moving anything like super heavy and they look like they're struggling, I feel like Athena would like just quickly like move it for them. But she's gonna keep moving with Jeffrey. Not gonna like.
Maybe happens once or twice throughout your patrol. But along with that, nothing too major, nothing seems too out of the ordinary other than there being less people. You do end up solving a couple disputes and things like that. Nothing really too crazy. There are police and things like around, and they're having an easier time with slightly less people than per usual. Go around. How long would you two stay out for the time being?
Well, Mr. UN man said in the evening, so they'll probably, or at least Jeffrey will probably be out until 6-ish.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, roll me, both of you separately, roll me a investigation. In the meantime, Arya, while after you help move out a couple, you get a text back from Moon Calling that just says he's in our town hospital.
Got it.
Northern our town. Should be, Arya would know to be somewhere over here.
Yeah. Okay. What time is it?
Right now, like after that, I would say it's maybe like 9 o'clock.
9.
10:30.
I'll start heading over there. I'll just send a simple okay. I hope you're doing well, and then I'll head over there.
So Athena and Jeffrey, while you are investigating around, nothing too out of the ordinary. It's still a little bit chaotic as the day goes on, with possibly people coming back to life. They're set up the field hospitals again early in the morning and things like that. And there's less of it. It seems like that first day was a little bit more crazy than this day has been, but there's still people. And you're also, one thing you notice is, Jeffrey notices is there's a billboard with Daniel's face. It's like some evacuation slogan.
Got it.
And then one thing, while Jeffrey kind of looks up at that billboard for half a second, Athena watches someone deliberately step in front of the car for the half a second that Jeffrey looked away.
Do I have a chance to
You have a reaction?
react?
To do something?
Can I react with a move person?
It's because out of combat, sure. You move them back.
To just stop them from...
You react and move them back. People scream as the person kind of ragdolls onto the ground. And you see they kind of scream. Jeffrey kind of slams on the brakes. And he sees the person that got thrown back out of the way after deliberately jumping in front of the car.
Who is it?
Some older person.
I mean, is the person still there?
They're on the ground, collapsed.
Jeffrey's gonna park the car, be like, "What the hell are you doing?"
You see that there's people kind of looking over them, and you see that it was an older man, maybe in his 80s or so. You see that where he fell, there's a big red bleeding mark on the back of his skull, and he's not conscious, seemingly.
What kind of mark on his skull?
Just a bleeding gash mark. Probably from where his head struck
Jeffrey
the
is
pavement.
going to squint, gonna furrow his eyebrows. He was still up when we stopped the car, right?
No. Was this from where I threw him?
It's probably, yeah, because you had to throw him quickly.
Damn it.
Like, he didn't land horribly, but he definitely did land. The car didn't hit him.
Can I do a dumb thing? I've not used this ability yet, and this is definitely not the way I thought I was going to use it. Can I attempt to use my shadowed reality?
Been longer than 6 seconds.
Okay, I wasn't sure if it had a time limit on that. Okay.
So you see that there's people kind of crowded around, kind of giving you space, but people are taking pictures, obviously, and looking at you, possibly recording. You see that there's like 8 people probably calling an ambulance. What happened? Did you hit him?
No, he stepped in front of the car. I tried to move him back. I'm not...
Is he okay?
I think he should be fine. Athena's gonna pick him up, I guess,
Okay.
and try to get him to one of the field hospitals while also simultaneously texting Arya, like, how fast can you get to us?
Arya being probably a good hour away at this
Oh,
point.
is she really?
Yeah.
I'm in the
Okay.
center of the city.
You guys are
That's
like
where I
over
thought we
here.
were. Okay.
Also, there's an ambulance being called. I just wanted to remind you. I didn't know if you knew.
Oh, okay.
Jeffrey's gonna put up a hand. Just a friendly reminder that if you are in need of mental help, there are nice places set up all across the city.
Okay. So they kind of nod. They kind of look up at the billboard a little bit. But Jeffrey's kind of like
does
almost
he-
standing under there.
Does he look like he's dying, or like what's going on with him?
Roll me a health or medicine.
I really gotta get something for one of these.
He might be okay. Kinda looks like he's breathing.
Kinda looks like he's
with
breathing.
no
Got it.
CPR, like.
I mean, she's already picked him up, so
True. She was just trying to get him out of the public eye.
Okay.
Well, if there was an ambulance coming, she probably wouldn't have picked him up. I did not hear the ambulance part.
well, she still picked him up.
Okay.
Gotta pay attention.
I just didn't hear it. So I guess I'll do an inspired action, kind of similar to what I did with Steadfast, to freeze him in time until the ambulance gets here.
Alright, roll me a mental or ingenuity. 33. Okay. You freeze him for a moment. It's hard, and then fortunately, as Athena's starting to get tired, which isn't very long after that roll, because it's not easy to do so, is able to deposit him by the ambulance. But you see that Athena, as they're about to come put him onto a cot, you hear him cough, and a piece of paper gets kind of spat out of his mouth right at you.
I grabbed it.
Oh, I hate this already.
Oh god, what?
I mean, Jeffrey would take the paper.
I grabbed it,
Okay.
but I'm gonna hold it so both of us can see it.
Okay, as they take him into the ambulance and drive him off.
What does the thing say?
It just says in a very particular, well-written calligraphy, "Good morning."
Do I recognize this handwriting?
The only person that has calligraphy that precise has been Thea's.
Yep. And knowing that, he's just Jeffrey's gonna snap a picture and send it in the group chat like he did the other two bodies. And he's gonna add a caption, that being, found this man trying to step in front of our car. He spit this out of his gut. Well, well, well.
You get back a I hate her with a middle finger emoji.
I gotta ask why she keeps doing this. Seems a little petty.
Oh. She's probably being petty. I don't know. She lost her connection.
What confuses me the most is that instead of going for important government officials or even people of good standing, she's choosing
elderly people that were around the first time before she went back to hell, who may or may not have been involved in her mind control scheme the first time.
Yeah, I guess that's a good point.
A lot of the people that we've dealt with have been much older, and I'm very curious if some of these guys were alive or even involved in what happened.
What I want to know is why these people seem to die for good. At least the ones that Thea's controlling. All three of them.
3. He's not dead. Or the guy that we just did the thing to is not dead yet, right?
You saw him go in the ambulance coughing, so.
He was coughing in an ambulance. I don't think he's dead, but that was definitely the intent.
Well, whatever. If she wants to send us more postcards, I guess we'll find them. He's gonna get back into the car.
Athena will as well.
And patrolling, they continue.
Yep.
Buddy Cop, Hailstorm, and Athena.
Alright, so as you guys go around the city, Arya, you do eventually get over to the hospital.
Now in a little bit of a bad mood after that text.
Yep.
But yeah, so she will enter. Anyone in particular, like basically anybody from the Motley Crew there, or the Misfit Crew? Fuck! Wait, shit.
The Motley Crew. There's a couple band members there. No one that you recognize.
Okay.
At least not in the
So-
lobby.
I'll just go to the reception area and ask which room Solemn is in. Wait, excuse me?
So they have to. Yeah, can I help you?
I was wondering, what room is Solemn in, by chance? And if you're allowed visits?
He thinks about it for a second. Looks some things up with a slightly more obscure name. Yeah, I can take you up there, voice fixer. This way.
Thank you so much.
You see that she shows you to the room. And you see that there is one nurse already in there. And then they step out and then they allow you to go in.
Okay. Hi. I go in.
There's no one inside, just him.
Okay. Okay. Here's your question. Alright. So
we get a no, we don't. God damn it. I thought we were past level 25. I was a big sad. Okay.
What?
I don't know why I was like,
If you look at the
we
level
had
up
so
sheet,
many level ups. I was like, whoa. Alright.
If we look at it from a level up standpoint, sorry, I heard it.
Actually, I'm level 18.
haha.
Shut up.
Ooh, reactions.
Something I never use, but it's good for this moment.
Okay.
So I'm gonna I've taken some inspirations from a certain gold boy right now, you know, and he's
Okay.
in a coma,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Seemingly.
Because of all the shit. Yeah. What I want to do is maybe like I want to heal him enough to the point like just in a way I want to try and get the drugs out of his body that have been fucking him up as like a major health thing. Why is my health at 0? Wait, what the fuck?
I don't know what the heck you're doing, but
No, that's fine. No, it's like, oh, there's 2 310s in my thing.
Gotcha.
So anyways,
I think your ADD is showing.
Yeah.
no.
Yes.
Maybe.
100%.
Look, I just want to heal this man to make him out of a coma.
All right. Roll me a health or medicine to start.
Okay. Let's see, health or medicine?
A 20. Roll me
26.
Roll me your
Oh.
speech as well for the singing aspect of it, the tones.
Fine.
Things like that.
17?
Yeah.
26, 17, yeah.
Mhm.
Ari spent some time starting to sing this melody softly.
No. Just kidding.
Yeah, doing this melody softly into the room where he is currently laying with a couple different wires on him and things like that. And you notice that his breathing starts to get a little bit more relaxed. He's like, there's no real physical changes on him. And as finish the song after about 10 or so minutes of just a slow, gentle song, it's kind of filling the space where the two of you are.
Yeah.
You do hear like the typical doctor knock, and then someone enters.
Yeah.
And you see not a doctor actually, but Moon calling.
Hi.
Just kind of looks at you somberly. Morning,
Yes.
Arya.
Hello.
What are you up to?
Well, I just wanted to check on him.
Is that all you were doing?
Mm. I was trying to, at least, you know, stop. I wanted to bring him back.
I see. We chose to leave him in a coma until Nep could get back. She's currently helping Silver Lady.
I could stay with him.
I don't think he wants to be woken up right now. Anyway, Arya.
I figured.
I appreciate the help, though.
I feel bad because I want him to understand that he's loved by a lot of people, you know? Even
We all do.
if he... Even with all that other stuff, he's still him and his own person. He doesn't...
I know that, Arya. And so do you, and many others have told him this. Hasn't made a difference in his head yet. Kind of comes over and puts a hand on your shoulder. Go back downstairs. Let him rest.
Okay.
I appreciate your help, though. Really, to kind of back down the way you came.
I'm sorry.
Perfectly fine.
Mhm.
And you see that she kind of leads you back out of the hospital.
Go be with your friends, Arya.
I can't. I have somewhere else to be in a little bit.
Understood.
How's Medusa?
She's alright. None of this really bothers her. If anything, it excites her.
Yeah, I figured. Can I ask you something?
Yes, of course.
Because I don't remember this out of character. I don't think I even know this. But...
Was Medusa... Did all that stuff happen to her? Or was she born like that?
Don't know. I don't know. I know at the very least that she was trained from a very young age to want to kill things, and be told that was a good thing to do.
Because... Well, since it's on the open now, I guess we can talk about it. It's just I remember when we were down there in hell. Remember we saw something similar to Medusa. Basically Medusa. In the power room.
I see. One of
So
those
I don't know if...
objects.
Yeah, I just don't know if she was born with it or if it was... Or if somehow they got a hold of it. But then that would ask the question, how did they get a hold of it?
There's lots of questions these days. Many of them we don't have the answers to.
Yeah. Well, tell her I said hi. And then I miss her, and I can't really visit right now because of all this.
Thank you, Arya. It was nice talking with you.
You too. Be safe, okay?
Of course.
Starts walking
And
away.
then I will go the opposite direction and keep patrolling and helping out people until Silver Lady gives me a finger until it hits noon.
Gotcha. So, in the meantime, people back at the house are Mop, Ian, Ashley, and Phantasma, as well as Puddleboy. Are you doing anything particular for that day?
Ashley's been writing things.
Gotcha.
She's typing some stuff out that I will send you.
I'ma just kind of chill on social media, answer any questions that people have, just try and be as active as possible.
I'll be helping him out a bit with that. Like we'll probably be on computers and phones and
Clarity at some point.
in the living room.
What about Clarity, Jonas?
Wait, what?
Endorse her campaign.
Gotcha. You make a post about that?
Yeah.
Okay. But you see there's a bunch of people that have been adding Ian when he actually bothers to look through that. And just like, one of them was like, bro, were you a demon?
Ian just goes, hell yeah, brother.
And someone's like, ew, gross. And it was like, nah, hell yeah, brother. And then it just goes, hell yeah, brother, for like 100 people. And then someone's like, then someone asks you, are you still a demon?
Hell no, brother.
That's just like the trends. That's just copying your reply to whatever.
I would love to think that that's gonna be like trending for the next 3 days. Like hashtag
hell no, brother. Hell no. Yeah, hell yeah, brother.
And then another one is, I was like, so you're a robot now? Do you have a penis? Someone. And then you see there's
one
like,
thing that I'll post today, I will put a smirk face on that and nothing else.
you see that? You see that the comment before Ashley or Ian gets to it has like 40,000 retweets.
Everyone wants to know.
I will just leave the Ashley smirk as
the
robot.
only thing Ashley will tweet out that day is the smirk under that post. She retweets a lot of things, yeah, but that's the only thing she actually types and tweets out that day.
Yeah, no, I don't need to reply then. That's all I need.
People are freaking out about that. So some, dickhead on the internet asks if Ashley has a penis, being a demon.
I want you to know that you just created a whole new subset of R34. I'm just...
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You mean Caboodle, our resident Rule 34 artist for the campaign? That's how it works.
I plead my fifth.
Alright.
I guess Steiner would walk down.
Okay.
Or Mom.
Wow.
Walk down after he finishes up.
Alright, he finishes up. He sees Ashley writing things down and on her phone. Ian just furiously typing like 1,000 words a minute.
So, what did I miss? Is there anything special?
I mean,
the usual arguing from your group.
Yeah.
About what?
Oh, life and existence in the future.
The usual.
Alright, sounds good.
How did your business go?
Oh, great. Like, literally, like the previous users, I said this to them, I don't think they really care too much, but they're all like super hot.
Well, aren't you hot as well whenever you put on the mop form? I mean, you're hot now too.
Whenever he puts on the mop form, I mean,
he's hot now, but isn't it like make him objectively hotter?
Yeah, but I feel like that's like a natural thing for them. It's like that's how they were born. It's like, what the supermodel? Am I right? Jeez. But yeah, it's super neat, and I have a lead for 2 more previous users.
What if you just try to focus on how far back do you think you can go? Do you think you can skip, or do you think you have to go in order?
I don't know. I mean, I'm just doing it the way I started, just going off the previous user each time. Far back, because I mean, farthest I guess was pretty far, like around the time where there wasn't public transportation, more of carts with horses.
That's pretty far back, to be honest.
I don't know exactly the date. I could try that next, though.
It's a shame that I can't really see it or anything. I just know that whenever you're doing something, because you see he holds up the ring that's around his finger, this either changes depending on whatever weapon you have out. When it's the mop, it's just a piece of string. When it's whatever you turned it into before, you just kind of go all like a darker color.
Doesn't hurt your finger or anything.
No, not really. It's a little bit surprising.
Okay.
Kind of nice to know when you're in combat or no.
Alright. Next. Ashley or Ian?
Huh?
I've been
What?
thinking, it sounded like a bad idea at first, but, Phantasma suggested the fact of martial law. My mind's still stuck on trying to get the don't want to go. Make it
Out of the city?
Yeah. What do you think about me asking Thea?
Thea?
Asking Thea.
Don't. Just don't. Thea bad idea.
Whoops.
Yeah.
We've all done it.
literally thought in my head before this. I was like, okay.
Don't say Thea, say Thalia.
Now back to the canon universe.
Take two. Take two.
What do you guys think about me asking Thalia how hard that would be?
It's hard for the people who are gonna. Wait, can you re-say what you asked?
like how difficult it would be to do, I guess, just
To get the people out who will most likely want to stay. I think
like just the procedure itself. If
What's
Well, we're definitely speaking too soon here. It's the first day after we announced what we'd like to do, and we have a month and a half before we start seeing actual movement in the city. We are seeing movement now, but you know what I mean. Anything of significance that you should definitely start. We should definitely start talking with Thalia about what our plans are to evacuate the city properly. But these are plans that we'll have to implement weeks before the actual event. If not the week before, because that's when we'll actually get to see who's actually going or is looking to stay for as long as they can when they really should be leaving for their own safety. Don't you think?
Yeah. I was just trying to think ahead for one. Instead of
Yeah, I know. I appreciate that. Hopefully, all of these campaigns we're doing online will help convince people who are saying they're staying now to eventually be like, that's a silly thought. I will leave.
All right.
Don't just give up on your idea because
No, we need that idea. We definitely still need to do it. And a face like yours definitely needs to be out there telling everyone not to think those things, you know?
This face? Not the mop face, obviously, it's Steiner. I don't think people will care about this.
I care about that
You
face.
take the bucket off your other face, and people will definitely care about that one.
Oh, the
especially the ladies and some select males.
No, I'm pretty sure it's just
Actually,
everyone.
most males. Nah. Yeah, most males.
All right. Well, it was good talking about that.
Definitely think on that, because we are going to have a point where we're going to be like, yeah, people got to get out of here.
Yeah.
And if you have a plan ready to go, that might be really helpful in a time of need.
Well, I don't think beating them up will work, so I'm gonna have to get back to you on that.
Yeah.
I mean, you could just throw them out of the city and hopefully it'll stick the landing.
You know, that might be a good idea, but it wouldn't.
He might throw them so hard that the arms don't exactly come with them, or, you know.
I've never actually
Jeez, man.
somebody without intending to hurt them.
Wait, didn't you throw me once?
Did I throw you?
I don't know.
I don't think I did.
Alright.
And if it was, I probably was irritated.
So with that being said, El Phantasma and Puddle Boy, what are you two doing?
I don't know if you saw in chat earlier, but Cortez was basically just gonna inspect the vault, like just get familiar with it, if anything, because I
Okay.
feel like that's what he would be doing. I don't, unless there's like anything down there that would catch his attention. Oh, I don't think so.
Well, he can't open the vault by himself. He needs two people to open it. So if he wants to go in the vault, El Phantasma would remember this. So if he wants to open the vault, he needs to get someone.
Okay. Okay, so then
you see Mop, Ian, and Ashley talking. You don't see Puddle Boy doing anything in particular.
Well, he is currently out on the beat.
Ah, you see him leave the house at some point earlier.
Yeah, that's fine. So I guess after their conversation, Cortez would walk up to Mop.
Okay.
Mop.
Yo.
I need you for a bit. I want to inspect the vault.
Oh, yeah, I can do that.
Then he walks downstairs.
So you guys go down there. You go through the secret tunnel. It opens up through the mountain. All right. Anyway, so you go both stand on the little pods. It scans both of you. The vault opens up. And you see all the little spots there. You see the more enclosed non-see-through cage that Zoe is apparently in. You see Lyle right where you left him.
Oh wait, could I have grabbed a marker, any kind of marker from like house?
Okay.
Before
You
I
find like a
went there?
Sharpie?
Yes.
Okay.
Wow, he actually had a similar idea too. So Cortez, he actually has out like a notebook and then starts like jotting down like where everything is. But I guess Steiner has other plans right now.
I want to write like a bunch of funny things on Lyle's
Okay.
window.
Oh God.
door. Like points, like arrow nerd, stupid bug scorpion. Duh.
Alpha Tasma, you see him doing that as you had another marker out to mark down some other things, and you just see him like furiously going at with his body in front of Lyle's.
You see the positioning is there's like a mustache, and then like a top hat over the scorpion. What do you think?
Is that really necessary, Mob?
I mean, this vault is pretty cool and all, but I feel like it's just kind of dull. And also, didn't he bother you when he was down there?
Continue on. And then
yes.
He finishes doing that.
Really quick, Purple.
Yes.
On the stream, is the card supposed to be like circulating, like transitioning?
No, it's not.
Because right now it's just stuck on Ashley.
It shouldn't be on actually. I hit a hotkey. I must have.
Okay. But yeah, so from the looks of it, does this place have like a security system in place? Like if any of the vaults or doors or anything was like forcibly open?
It seems like there is nothing super integrated right now, but it seems like there are things that could be set up or would be set up later. It just maybe Silver Lady was just getting the basics done before working on the rest and didn't want to wake you. Or keep people up, I should say.
Okay, that's fine. So probably have that down on his mind. Anything in there that sticks out to Cortez, do you think, or?
I mean, it's all the usual stuff that that has been stated. You know, glowing brass knuckles, wooden staff, the emerald shield, the pincushion, the burning short sword, the 2 trigger demons in separate different ones, the silver and the gold. You got Lyle. The trident is not there, but there's a place for it, and you have Zoe. You know, the enclosed area.
Right. When Cortez is done, he's probably gonna head back upstairs along with Mop until he's, waiting for Mop for him to be done doing whatever he's doing.
Yeah, I got everything done.
Okay, you guys head back up.
So when he goes back upstairs, he's actually gonna call out to Ian. Ian.
Yeah, huh?
Are you gonna put the trident in the vault?
Yeah. Let me go get it.
Zoop.
All right, I got it.
Jesus.
So, yeah, I don't know where it goes because no one got me. So you have to find where it works.
Está bien. I'll go with you.
Cool.
Heads back downstairs to the.
Shows him the vault. Shows him the passage underground. And then opens up the vault. You see where Lyle is and what Mop or someone did, according to Ian, all over it. And then the spot where to put the trident.
Dope.
If you ever need it for any reason, remember you need a second person to come in here.
All right. Noted.
So,
Then he leaves.
You both leave, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then after that, I think Cortez might just go out on patrol by himself.
Gotcha. All right. Then before we do anything else, we're going to take a little break. We're jumping back in. The party has had a number of talks. Mop and Ian and Alphantasma had just explored the vault and things like that. We're going to jump back to Arya, who had got a call from Silver Lady, or basically just a message saying to meet her at the our town headquarters. That used to be the one of the Morose's building, but it's now Silvertech.
Okay. I'll head over there.
You head over there. You're admitted inside. The building, obviously a very high-tech, state-of-the-art building. And she comes and greets you at the door, or at the entranceway, I should say. And you see that she is following next to her. And on a remote-controlled wheelchair is Clay. Good afternoon, Arya. Thank you for coming.
Hello. Of course.
So is there anything I can do for you beforehand, or do you want to get right to it?
Well, no, I think I'll be good. I'm just really nervous because I don't know if it'll work or not. So.
Alright. Well,
but I will try my best.
Well, let's go back this way then. Follow me.
Okay. I follow.
Okay. So you go back to one of the rooms, and you see there's kind of like a small medical level that he leads you to, and Clay follows in as well. So, anything that you need from me? What do you want? Things?
Not particularly.
Alright.
Just, I sincerely apologize if nothing actually, works.
Well, if there nothing is worth second happiness is worth a try.
That is true. Okay.
Alright, so what does Arya try?
I'm going to do an inspired action because my heroic action was on Sala. Alright. So
action time?
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
gonna actually okay, wait, before I do this, I'm gonna look to Silver Lady. Is it possible you can give me like X-ray thingies? Or something?
Ah, yes. Give me a moment.
Okay.
So you see that
Good thinking.
he pulls a couple things up, hits a couple panels on the wall. You see a bunch of holographic images get displayed, and it gives you a 3D model of skeleton. You see that through the shoulders and down through like a lot of the rib cage, and especially from the hips downward. There's very like little actual functioning bone structure there. It's shattered, and there's like holes that were drilled into it. And you see that there's also one that kind of goes down the middle of his spine. That she's done as much repair to that as she could.
Okay. Question: can he move anything at all, or is it just his legs that are?
He can move his head a little bit, and he can move his fingers, and that's about it.
So he's mostly paralyzed. Okay. Yep. So I'm gonna steal some things here from Monday. I'm gonna call Athena.
Okay.
Okay.
While Athena and Jeffrey are driving around, Athena. This is after the person tried to run themselves over.
Okay. I pick up the phone. Hello?
Can you head over to Silvertech?
Yeah. Jeffrey, can we head towards Silvertech?
I'm gonna try something.
What? Why? What's going on?
Arya just asked us to head over there. She wants to try something, and I guess she needs my help.
Oh boy. Yeah, we'll be over.
Mean.
We'll be there in a minute, Arya.
Okay.
They take a turn over there. You drive off and over.
I think I'll have a better chance if I have her to help me.
Of course. Take your time. You see, after about like 20, actually probably like closer to 30 to 40 minutes, you guys arrive. You guys are escorted up to where Silver Lady, Clay, and Arya are. Unless Jeffrey wouldn't go in, but otherwise, he's more than welcome.
Well, he'll tag along.
Okay. What's up, Arya?
I want to heal him back.
You notice Clay sitting there.
Back.
Maybe we can, like, remember back to when he was like... Silver Lady, do you have any x-rays of him before this?
There are a few from a while ago.
You see, she
That
takes
could
a
be
moment
helpful.
and pulls them up to his normal. 2 different x-rays, his normal physical body structure as well as his giant form. The bone density is more different. It's just different on either.
Okay. So I'm gonna look at these and show Athena these. I want to heal him back. So he can, you know... And I might need your help for that.
Give me 2 seconds.
Oh, okay. I was about to give you the paperwork.
Oh, there's no paperwork, it's all holograms that Athena can see as
Oh,
well.
yeah, right. I was about to give you the hologram.
Athena is going to deeply study these for like 30 seconds because Kostia is trying to make a rhyme. Hold on.
Okay.
Bust a rhyme.
Alright, well.
I need words that rhyme with bone.
Well, Athena's thinking the words are not coming to her, unfortunately.
I have a little bit. Just not as much as I wanted.
You can say it out to Arya as well. You can discuss that conversation with people.
Should I, How do you want to do this, Arya? Do you want me to attempt to manipulate time? Or do you want to fully heal this via your healing and try to regrow the bone?
I want to try and regrow the bone, and I was thinking, you know, memories.
Regrow bone?
Well, heal at least to where... I don't... My healing...
What's exactly wrong with him?
And I point to the whole skeletal thingy.
Now that Jeffrey's paying attention, could you please re-explain what's going on?
Jeffrey looks at it and see that most of his shoulder blades, his spine, and his basically from the hips downwards are just mostly shattered and have holes in it.
All right. Okay, I might have something.
Oh boy.
Jeffrey is gonna like scratch the back of his head and be like, "Well, I mean, I could try something."
What?
He's gonna put a hand out to the what do you call them? The cabinets, I guess, in the room. And he's gonna use metal ammo and try to suck some shards out of there.
He rips off parts of the cabinet.
All right, just hold on. I am going to try Yeah. You're gonna have to tell me if this is gonna be an inspired action, but I'm gonna look at him, and then look at the X-ray, and look back at him, and I'm going to attempt to insert this metal as thin as needles to get into his body, and then fill the holes that I can see with my magnetism.
It's going to be quite difficult. So yes, it will be an inspired action.
Okay.
And Athena, because I know you tend to do this, seeing him suddenly rip things off the walls and form the metal, would she be either giving him precog, or would she say anything? Would Arya say anything?
You know what? I'll make this a heroic action, actually.
Okay.
I thought we were trying to fix his bones. Shouldn't we try to see if we can make his original body work first, and then try your plan if we're not successful?
I think either way, it would be more risky to do it trying to regrow his bone or whatever. We can just fill the holes.
To be fair, I have tried giving him robotic implants, as I am very familiar with such things. However, all things I've tried have either been ineffective or caused him so much discomfort they had to be removed immediately.
Well, I think I have a little bit more control over metal, and I'm not giving him implants, I'm just filling the spots that have holes.
But are you able to make them adhere to the bone?
I mean, I did with you.
You're not wrong. I'm willing to let it a trial be given, but let us prepare the room properly and not have it suddenly be done. And let me get you a proper set of metal and not unsanitized cabinets.
Fine.
While you guys are doing that, let's Arya and I'll try the other way, and even if we get a little bit, Biffy, maybe you can fill in the last bit if we don't get it all the way.
What exactly are the two of you trying?
They're trying to grow his bone.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be a downer here, but I don't think you can heal bone into new shapes.
I'm gonna slowly walk up.
Okay.
I'm gonna try something.
Okay. You try.
Okay. Question. So, for bones, what would you consider? Okay, because basically, what I want to do, because I know this might be risky, considering the fact that I am already low on con. I want to try and give some energy to him. Like, you know, like a tradesies. Well, not really tradesies because I need my shit, but I mean like... Oh, this is hard to explain.
I mean, you could try to something like that, but Arya can see that it's not so much his physical energy. He seems awake and listening and things like that. It's more so just that his body doesn't actually function.
Ugh. Maybe if I just bitch slap his body back into working order, that could work. Athena, do you have anything?
I have a rhyme.
Alright.
A rhyme?
She kind of face palms before realizing Silver Lady doesn't know this.
I didn't know you were into poetry.
No, it's not. Okay. I hate rhymes.
I was like,
but...
you don't seem like the one to do that. Yeah, you're not very charismatic.
Okay.
Well, that was
Oh wait, is it a bad thing? Oh, I'm sorry.
It's fine. She pulls out the book and turns it to the page that they obviously can't read. And she's gonna be like, this part of the book says that it basically says if I can rhyme, it will help me do things. So I'm going to attempt to increase Arya's abilities with my own powers.
Alright. I'm not certain on what Arya is actually doing, however. If you can do a rhyme, would you not just and have it? What is the limitations on what it will do?
Normally it has to be within my power, and my power generally involves boosting other people's powers to do things that they normally would be unable to do.
Ah.
So, if I boost her healing, I could get her to the point where she could accomplish what she's trying to do. If that makes sense.
I suppose it is worth a shot, but as I said, I want to be careful.
I can't.
What?
No, I was like, I want to help you. Problem is, mine's technically plagiarism, so I can't even send it to you. Freaking dang it.
Well, let's hear it, Athena.
Okay, you want to try this, Arya?
Yeah.
If I use a heroic action to boost Arya, does she get the pluses? Or does it help at all?
It will that won't change anything because it's her ability.
Okay. Then could I do a heroic action to do clairvoyance, precog, and a dark incantation at the same time?
I mean, you have enough time between various things to not have to worry about that.
Okay. Then I'm gonna put a +10 on Arya, precog on myself and Arya. And I guess Clay? In case he needs to roll a toughness, I don't know. We're gonna do that. And then when Arya begins her thing, I will do my rhyme.
Okay. So now I changed what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
So I'm gonna try and heal specifically the bones to basically fill up matter. And basically have basically, as Jeffrey put it, grow bone. Even though that's gonna be like very difficult, but like.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a medicine or health, as well as a speech with a +10 and advantage on each of them.
Okay.
Should I say my rhyme?
Thank goodness for the advantage.
Oh my god.
Then the speech.
Yeah.
Then.
What's your rhyme? Oh.
Then you guys say the speech, and then she's gonna do her rhyme.
Okay.
As Arya begins to hum a tune.
Okay, this is the best I got. I said, his body is now his own. He is not alone. Help us use this tone to repair and regrow the bone and make them tough as stone.
That was 4 owns.
That was a lot of owns, okay?
Okay. You see as
Oh, that was good.
As Athena says it, it starts to echo around the room and kind of infuse with the tone Arya was saying, almost surprising Arya almost enough to make her almost lose her rhythm with the song for half a second there before it infused and becomes discordant for a second before harmonic. And there are about 3 different pitches in Arya's tone now that are affecting it. So, with the rolls provided, the 24, which ends up being a 34, which is a natural 20, and a 25, which turns into a 35.
Oh, nice.
69 health. So, as Clay is sitting there, you see his body kind of twitch, and his kind of a look of pain come across his face as he's kind of head tips to the side. The lady looks at him concerned, kind of puts a hand on him. And then you see his just grunting and crunching up his face. And you see that his shoulder crack a little bit, and his whole body. You see him kind of slump forward a little bit
What did we do?
as Arya stops. What are you doing? What happened? Are you?
I don't know.
And you see that this kind of shadow spirals around him, and the room flashes completely black for a second, except for Jeffrey, who has this slightly white glow around him because Venerugi.
I get
Fucking
to see
cheater.
in this.
Fucking flashlight.
And it goes black for everybody, including you. And then
Damn, she
going
got you
on?
a flashlight.
and you see it flashes then
Ooh.
in the room again, and you see it's almost like an on-off. So it's light, then gone, light, then gone, light, then gone. And every time it's almost like a still frame of clay. You see him start to rise out of his chair, arms displayed, and then Silver Lady freaking out as she sees this, and then dark again, and flight. And you see his body kind of stretching and changing with this dark matter around him. Then all of a sudden, he's just on the ground. You see his body seems to be intact. You see Silver Lady's like hand over her mouth in horror, as you see that around each of his joints there's this like metal, there's like this black burn mark. And there's a smell of burnt flesh in the room.
Yeah, nice one. What's the status? Can we get a nurse in here?
You see she's like trying to compose herself. She's like crying at the same time,
I'm
and then she's like,
immediately healing Toad when to help when nurses come over here.
you see that she's calling nurses in. You start the healing tone again. You see that it starts to heal the burn marks, but they leave very dark scars
Oh.
there around all of his joints. And then you see that she's like pulling off pieces of the burnt clothing, and you notice that his hips down, or like from what you can see, basically like the upper thigh and down, are just black, burnt.
Oh, that's even worse. All right.
You see that as nurses come in, they kind of move him very carefully, and the Silver Lady follows them out, just not super coherent, but trying to make sure things are organized.
Yeah, that's understandable.
And then the three of you are just left alone. Not sure exactly if it worked or what all of that meant, but it was horrifying.
What was that?
Athena?
I don't know. Maybe you shouldn't have used voodoo magic. Fucking hell.
Was there any repercussions?
To me, it looked like you hurt him more than you helped.
I don't know.
You know, as soon as you said that you were going to use that book, I probably should have stopped you, but oh well. Here we are. Let's hope he's not dead. Jeffrey's going to walk outside.
Okay, Jeffrey goes outside. Athena, Arya.
Well, Arya's just frozen in shock and horror. Mostly. But yeah.
Gotcha.
Jeffrey's looking for the room where he's going.
He went outside of the room where he's going.
I'm looking for... Was it Claire T that was here?
At
Silver Lady?
Silver Lady. That's the one. I couldn't remember her name.
oh, you looked for her. Gotcha. Sorry. You see that you eventually stomp around on this medical floor, and you do find that she's in a room where they're seemingly trying to do like a bunch of different x-rays and scans and things like that to see exactly what happened, and they're not letting you in, or they're trying to not let you in at the moment. A couple of nurses outside.
What are they saying?
They're like, hey, they're doing some tests and operating right now. Please let them be, all right?
I'm not gonna barge in there. I want to know what's going on. Is he still alive?
He's still alive. He's in a lot of pain, but he should be stable. It seems. We just started testing.
Well, if you don't mind, I'm going to stay out here while you test.
Perfectly fine. You see that one of them goes in, another one kind of stays outside and like awkwardly like keeps an eye on Jeffrey, knowing that he couldn't do anything if he wanted to.
He's
but
trying.
Just for funsies, can I intimidate him?
Sure. Roll intimidation.
Just to be.
That is a 5. I'm rolling terrible.
I mean, it's enough to intimidate a random
Yeah.
civilian. Just kind of, he's like, kind of breathing heavy, sharply through his nose on occasion, just like not moving, keeping his ground, but he doesn't feel comfortable in the situation, for sure.
I'm just sitting there with my arms crossed, not looking very happy.
And then you see one of the doctors come out, pull off his...
I'd make
Okay.
my way over there eventually
Okay,
with Arya.
Okay, making sure to collect Arya.
Yeah.
So you find your way over there.
Arya is not moving from her traumatized position. Well, I mean, she looks traumatized, but she's following Athena. Yeah.
Okay. And you see that you do find that Jeffrey over there, and then shortly after you arrive, Doctor comes out and just says, not sure exactly what you three did, but his bones are healed, seemingly. He's got a lot of burn wounds, but and scarring, but seems to be better than ever. He's just unconscious at the moment, but
It worked.
I don't know what you did, but I guess.
They did voodoo magic, is what they did.
You know, these days, I'll believe that full-heartedly.
But he can recover.
Yes, because he has full working bones again. He's gonna have to recover from some burn scars. But that's about it.
Great. Mission accomplished. Can we go now? He looks to Athena and Arya.
Is
What
Silver
if-
Lady in that room?
Yeah, I was like, I want to check on Silver Lady first.
Okay.
Can we go in the room?
You have to. Are you just gonna walk past him, the doctor that's out there, or no?
Well, Arya is gonna like stagger a little bit and try to enter into the room.
If you wouldn't mind, just Silver Lady would like some space with her husband. I'm sure she'll catch up with you at some point. She's had a little bit of a hectic day, not just because of this stuff.
What else?
I don't know if you know, because I know you work with Thalia, but she recently found out that her daughter had been recovered.
She was. Okay. I knew they were going after her. I didn't know what happened
So
there.
lots of roller coasters today.
Yeah. But he'll make a full recovery?
Assuming the voodoo magic holds up.
It's not voodoo magic! Thing's gonna turn around and start walking towards the door. Arya, come on.
Seems like voodoo magic. He says to Jeffrey.
It is
as the
voodoo
one-
magic.
as he follows them out. Alright, so the three of you leave with that news.
If I throw this book, it comes back at me, right?
And do you want to try?
No.
Jeffrey will text. Hey, so Athena and Arya did some voodoo magic and Clay has his bones back.
Wait, I'm 90% sure when I did the thing with Ashley season 1, I said some magic voodoo. Like, that's what I called it.
Uh-huh. Yep, now it's coming back to bite you in the butt. And so you guys all see that in the group chat.
Just three question marks from Ashley. I feel like we're
Jeffrey
really in-
will-
Are you reading this?
Jeffrey will also add apparently he's going to make a full recovery, minus some third-degree burns.
I don't even know where those
Another
came from.
3 question marks?
It'll be really helpful to have him in the fight.
Did Jeffrey see the wings when Athena caught herself that one time when they were flying out of the burning building? Or the exploding building?
He probably saw them a little bit.
So he's seen her do some random shit before.
He's still calling it voodoo magic.
This is fine.
Unless you want him to
God.
call you a demon, which is arguably...
He still calls that voodoo magic. I was gonna say, welcome to the voodoo magic club.
Yeah,
Okay.
Ari is gonna start bawling.
Okay.
Ow! My legs!
we will
Like,
continue
like,
our
it's
patrol
doing-
until 6 p.m., I guess, unless those two
Yeah.
decide to go any earlier.
I'm flying back to the cabin. I'll just give you a small little hug of goodbye and then fly back. Not saying anything, but I'm going back.
So you
Okay.
don't like my
Suckers.
magic, Jeffrey?
What I don't like is everything involving that book.
It hasn't.
It's pretty funny how you agreed with me not to touch those power weapons, but when it comes to a book, you change your mind.
I was hoping that it would have information to help us, and so far it's not given me any good results.
It smacks Athena on the top of the head.
Ow!
You know, you have the option of not using it. And although it did help Clay, it would have been easier and probably less impactful if we just filled those spots. The only reason that surgeons can't do it is because they're hard to find, but I proved that I could do it with Silver Lady.
I wasn't expecting the burns. I don't know why that happened.
Because it's evil. The book. You can't tell me that that book doesn't have bad intent. Giving a
I don't-
person a wish always comes with a cost.
True. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know what this book wants. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Well, maybe not figure it out on other people next time, hmm?
Oh, if it helps him, it worked. I have no doubt your metal could have done the same thing, but if this gives him his actual bone back, it may. I don't know. I feel his powers have to do with him growing in size. Would that have affected the metal? We don't know. The bone.
Not if it's living metal.
I didn't think that's what you were putting in him. I thought you were actually just using metal, not living
That's why I
metal.
asked Silver Lady for help. She couldn't find the places to put it, but I can. She also had trouble making it stick, but I know how to do that.
Well, next time we come across someone with missing bones, you're up to bat.
Yeah, I'll keep that in mind.
So as they go on a little bit more of a strained patrol between the two of each other. In the meantime, Harry heads back towards the cabin. Ashley, Ian, and Mop, well, his puddle boy who went outside. Amos and Freddy are in the house as well. You guys saw the messages in the group chat. I believe Ashley said to Ian, do you see everything? Is there any other conversation that would stem from that? And from there, you're more than welcome to.
I guess we'll hear about it more when they get back.
Yeah, probably.
So they said they were gonna go. What's the word? Patrol the city.
Yeah, I guess their patrol turned into a mission that was no longer a patrol.
Wise words. Wow.
Thank you.
Impressed.
You know, it's as I said a while ago. A wise person once said something wise, but I don't know what he said. That's it.
That was
That is the
stupid.
worst quote I've ever
Okay,
That
Ian.
was stupid. Ashley, why am I still tired? Been tired for all
We're
day.
thinking a bit too much right now. Ian, does this all look right?
Can you
And
stop
Dyson.
thinking?
Ian, all the things. Like, can you stop thinking?
Can you stop thinking so hard for once?
Definitely not skimming.
How much energy did that take?
The normal energy for a for all three abilities.
What'd you say, Ian?
Oh yeah.
Definitely not skimming it.
You're a robot. Shouldn't skimming it be breeding it by now?
Yeah.
Gonna have to ask some Silver Lady for some upgrades there, huh? She gives you a wink.
I'm more focused on Twitter, not gonna lie.
How's it going on there?
Oh my gosh, everyone is hilarious.
That's a nice way to put it.
Yes, Brooke.
Pretty much, if they don't shoot us, then they cool.
No, it's fine. Go ahead and let Poke talk. It's okay.
So, I forgot to specify what Cortez was patrolling for. My bad. But Cortez probably would have kept looking because, like, especially with after seeing that picture, because he was still in a cabin when the picture arose with the note that they found.
Mm-hmm.
Jeffrey and Athena. So Cortez would probably go around one more time just to see if he finds anything similar himself.
Okay. Roll me investigation. You see that finding any notes or any people that are acting strange. You find people that are around the same age, but nothing strange, nothing weird. No like bodies hanging, no like, weird explosions, no like out of the usual crime. Like you're able to kind of check in on various different crimes, very covertly, and not really arouse suspicion to yourself, but nothing like you all just check in as like, oh, just a normal accident or just a normal, day-to-day things. Nothing crazy.
If he couldn't find anything, then he'll directly head towards back to the cabin.
Okay. Gotcha. That take him a while to kind of go around the city for a while.
That's fine. Just let me know.
But back to Mop, Ashley, and Ian. Is there anything else that you wanted to go from there, or is that the extent of that conversation?
I got
Mop, I'm writing down just something cohesive so that we're not all jumping all over the place when we start telling other heroes about what our plans are going to be the weeks prior and the day prior to what's going to happen. And I wrote down here that you and whoever you select will implement martial law to occupy the homes and get any remaining citizens to evacuate the city limits. Does that sound all right?
That sounds good to me.
Okay. You'll have so much time to plan out your own who you want for the group and everything. So feel free to kind of go over who you want helping you out when you end up needing to do that. Because obviously not everyone's going to agree with us here, but at the end of the day, someone like you making sure that they know we mean business and that we want to protect them at the end of the day will be helpful, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
Also, not to bring up a touchy subject, what plans do you have for Daniel?
What do you mean?
I mean, say things start to get heated, fight would start, are you just going to leave him at the cabin?
No,
That's a good point.
we have to keep him protected somehow.
At the same
But
time,
I don't think he
you
should leave us at all. Luckily,
I agree. You want to keep him nearby because what if he needs to
got
return back
this-
to the body? No, I'm
What?
I'm thinking of like weird sci-fi stuff where you can't return to your body unless you go into it where you left it. You know, things like that. Come on, Ashley, you
Yeah,
watch movies, don't you?
yeah. I think we should definitely just keep him here, but we'll keep him protected under our watch as long as we can. We did just get that vault built downstairs too, and it's holding pretty high security things. We could definitely keep him down there if he doesn't come back before
True. You could just keep him in the
then.
vault with the friendly scorpion.
No, in its own what, Seamus.
I haven't seen the vault, to be honest. Wait, oh, I did. Never mind.
Yeah, you were there.
It's
with-
like I thought he went down there.
I
was
had
like,
no.
wait.
I had no. Shh, go away. Custody in my head.
Are
Get out of
you
here.
drunk, Seamus?
No, I am not. I was not awake yet.
So how many have you had?
I want to nick him. I want to nick him on his arm.
Ah.
What's his blood alcohol content?
0.5.
Shit, what's the legal limit in Arbel City?
0.2.
Be like
0.2?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty drunk, Seamus, she says, looking at the blood on her finger.
I don't know what you're reading, but my alcohol content is much higher than everyone's at all times.
Yeah.
This is probably true though.
See?
I mean, if you were to check when like I proposed to him and like Puddle Boy showed up that day, yeah, that would have been like a lot higher.
I mean, I can get back up to that level if you like.
No, no, don't need that.
That's the first time I'd actually been drunk in a while.
God.
Jesus.
Anyways, we'll figure that part out. Again, we have, what, a month and a half? We'll use this time wisely. But if we rush anything, then we will make mistakes. Let's try not to do that either.
Yeah. Sounds all good. Just wanted to make sure everybody's thinking about things, Didn't want to not say it and then have it be something that was forgotten. And we just leave Daniel and the house gets blown up.
Not like we're used to forgetting anyone when it comes to dire situations and leaving them in hell or anything. No, not at all.
Don't bring that up.
I feel like you're saying like you did do that.
The only
It's very
person
specific.
that does remember is Arya, and it only happens she remembers very late or tells you people late in the fucking session where you people drag her down a fucking.
Arya's not here, so
I will be there in 5 minutes to ring.
Yeah, no, not oddly specific at all, Seamus. Not at all.
Ashley's phone goes off.
She looks at it.
Thalia.
Oh, she picks it up. Hey, Thalia, what's up?
Nothing. I just got a really strange report I wanted to see if you weirdos knew anything about.
Report about what? She puts her on speaker.
You weirdos.
Just outside of the city, across the south tier bridge, a very large canine-like creature that was maybe about the size of a car that looked demonic was spotted.
Oh no!
I'm sorry, what?
Skydar's eyes go wide.
I'm sorry, what? Can you say that again, Thalia?
Basically, a demon dog as big as a car
Oh boy.
was spotted
Oh,
by
no.
a few people.
Mop, you're up, buddy.
Fuck.
Wait, who has the?
Shit.
Wait, who? I'll be over there.
Daniel had
Ian and Mop and I are here. We'll go see it right now.
It's gone. This I didn't get to this report until 30 minutes ago.
What?
The dog was seen
It's
leaving
the
the
size
city.
of a car. How gone could it be?
It was there one moment, and it was said it moved 3 times as fast as the cars on the highway.
Shit.
Did it hurt anybody? Did anyone get injured?
One car was flipped over. That's as far as I know.
Great.
I don't think you are particularly.
We'll let
amazing.
everyone know. They're actually out on patrol right now, so we'll see if they've seen anything. Was there any images on this? Is this on social media at all? She looks over to Ian.
Ian's like, 1 second, let me check.
You see, Ian finds it like 10 seconds later, and you
Yeah,
see that this. When she says as big as a car, she means as big as like a bigger, like like the big SUVs. like a big
Wow.
truck.
You see, and just like he's looking, and he's like,
Are there pictures?
oh,
And you see that
oh.
it's like kind of the side. It's very blurry, but it is a dog-like shape that's that big.
Oh fuck! Oh, send it to the group. Send it to the group.
Ian just sends a picture. He's like, hey, have you seen this?
Oh,
Athena's drinking some coffee and just goes.
We've got bigger issues.
Arya's flying and it's like almost crashes into a sign.
I guess Cortez sees this too on his way
Is
back.
this the Hellhounds?
Seems like it might be.
You remember those Hellhounds we lost coming through the portals to the doors or the coming out of hell? Yeah, they just made a reappearance.
Ah, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Does anyone remember where Daniel put the kennels?
I don't know. We didn't have kennels, did we?
We had kennels.
Did
We
they
didn't
take
have the dogs in the kennels.
But to remind everyone, I'm pretty sure they were puppies, even though they were very big dogs at the time.
Famine said they were puppies and they were about as big as
Puppies.
they were about as big
And
as
they were
Mop
about as big
standing
as-
up.
Yeah, exactly.
Now
They
they're
were
about
puppies.
Now they're about 3 times that size.
In quotation marks, puppies.
And also, they were like magically contained when actually for
here.
travel.
I guess just let them know that we'll keep our eyes peeled.
All right.
Oh.
Arya, El Phantasma, Jeffrey, and Athena roll me perception.
Oh no.
I actually want to do something instead of the perception roll.
Okay.
So getting that message, Cortez will probably be
That's
like,
a 3.
I'll try my best
I'm
to spot
reloading.
it. I
Dude, I
want
rolled
to
a 3
use
too.
a heroic action.
Okay.
A heroic action, oh my.
So,
And I was gonna put precon on myself. Damn.
because these dogs might cause some problems. So, Cortez is going to go to a very tall point in like at whatever building he can get as good high ground from, and then from there, I want to try to see if he can connect to the network of shadows that's just traveling as far as possible, and then trying to spot the one shadow that's moving at high speeds. As they were described, it was 3 times faster than the car.
Finds Monroe.
That would be funny if he could be detected.
Yes, I know he can't.
I know that would be hilarious. I was like, he's like, oh shit. I mean, when he's invisible, he doesn't leave a shadow. So
True.
Yes, yeah.
all right. So Alpha Tasma, you go up to a very, very high building, one that you can easily scale without risk. Go ahead and roll me a demonic with a +6.
Demonic.
32 + 6, 38. So Phantasma, as you're up on this high building, the wind whistling about, kind of threatening to buffet you around, but you hold strong and you concentrate as best you can. And everything, your view kind of changes to colors that you didn't see, but other people saw when you gave into your rage. That gray fog with colors of black and white of the whole city.
So I'm seeing that?
Yes, everything's in shadow.
Okay.
Harsh outlines
Okay.
of silhouettes. And you see that there's kind of a ripple or a pulse at 6 different parts of the city.
There were 6 of them?
There were 7 of them.
7 of them?
What? I thought there was only like 3.
I thought there's 3 for the canonically 3 dog hellhounds of the
Yeah, I thought there
lore.
was 3.
Well, it was the one main hellhound, and then 6 other minor ones.
Why do you have
I thought we
so
only had
many
3.
fucking
Okay.
dogs, Famine?
And
I
we
could've sworn we only
agreed
had
to
3.
having 8 dogs that
Well,
were
it
the
was
size
kinda
of
like-
mop around us.
I mean, it was like, Famine was like, hey, Daniel, take these. And he's like,
They were
"Ah!"
puppies.
I don't know.
They were the size of mop puppy.
They were puppies.
I mean, Famine's one of those people that any kind of dog is a puppy.
That's true.
Yeah.
He will let me
Puppy.
throw another inspired action on top of that.
Okay.
Now that I've pinged those. So
Okay.
I basically want to do a phantom guidance,
Okay.
where basically it points to the direction where those pings are, and we'll keep track of them. But I want to store it into an infused shadow where it will keep that memory.
Okay. Roll me a demonic and
I
a
have to keep concentrating on it.
demonic and a concentration or focus, because
Concentration.
it's entirely dependent on how good this concentration rolls and how good.
That's fine.
How consecutively well these are, because if you break concentration or if it's not a good roll, you might just get the last place you were able to sense them.
That's fine. All right, so you say a concentration or focus?
Yes, as well as another demonic.
Another demonic coming in.
An 8 for the concentration and a 20 for demonic. You're able to get a good ping on where they are, but that memory stored is the last place they were, unfortunately.
Okay.
And you got.
And where would that be on this map?
So they're mostly on the outskirts. So one way up in Baratich, one on the southern side of Baratich on the east, one over here, one over here, one over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then one over by this bridge.
Okay.
Why does this why does Famine have to be a dog person?
So, with this information, because I'm pretty sure Cortez kind of knows this whole city, considering that he goes around a lot.
Pretty darn well.
Like near street names or whatever, Cortez will immediately start texting everyone where he has pinged those last seen, and send it to everyone really quickly.
Okay. So a couple minutes pass from the original message that Ian sent, and then El Phantasma said he basically pinged them at these locations.
Can I quickly, using my knowledge of the city, could I possibly know where the closest one is?
You see that.
And try to go for it.
You kind of turn over towards the one that is on the more closer to Asicha, kind of going down one of the highways there to get over. And with the perceptions that both of you rolled, you don't see anything.
Nice.
Fucking Monroe hellhounds? Like, what the fuck do we have we're dealing with right now?
Let's just say that both of us rolled terribly, and I'm disappointed in roll 20.
Yeah.
So
I would the one that was closest to me.
Jeffrey will text back when he parks on the side of the highway, obviously. Hey, we looked in the area over in insert area here, and we didn't find them.
As he's doing that, I want to do an inspired action and lift us both up so we can see kind of over the city with like a moved person. So that we can have a chance to look around and see if we see anything.
Whoa, what's happening? Whoa.
It's just me.
Lift both of you.
Just look.
Because it's Jeffrey, roll 3 times the amount of energy you needed.
But he's not in. Okay.
Jeffrey's a dense boy. Regardless, it would be 5 times as much if it was in metal form.
Okay, I'm good.
So, both of you roll me another perception. And now Phantasma roll me an investigation or perception as well while you're searching for the closest one.
I'm almost there. Roll 20 is loading up. Here we go. Perception. Right there.
Today's not your day.
Got it.
I'm really glad I put precog on us.
Yeah, 19 and a 37. All right, that's still like a.
I rolled a 14.
Yeah, it's better on yours. Jeffrey doesn't see nothing, but Athena, you see that there's this just. You don't see anything. You see some cars, and there's just this blur.
There.
About like 400 feet away.
What? Wait. What?
You only saw it for a second as it crossed one of the large boulevards.
It was just a blur whenever insert boulevard name here.
Well, that isn't really helpful. If we had Ian on this, he might be able to find them.
Picks up from Ian.
Hello.
Ian was in the middle of responding to a text. You got a phone call.
Ian hangs up. No, I don't want any chickens. I mean, sorry, wrong thing.
Ian, we're in Asicha, this place, and the dog just crossed the boulevard here. And she'll say, obviously, all the correct information.
Well,
You're about the only one that could probably keep pace with them.
You know, I could, but actually I have nothing to do, so yeah, I'll check it out.
Okay.
I was actually gonna do something similar.
Okay.
Like where was the last closest one that Cortez pinged, he's gonna try to ghost stride.
Okay. I mean, assuming he
Do
was
the
doing
whole
that
thing.
anyway, but you still roll me a perception or investigation to see if you can spot it in the first place.
Why is it blank? Why is it blank? Oh, there we go. Investigation.
30. You see that for the briefest of instants, as you're kind of out and about, moving to where you saw it, you see this blur, like about 500 feet away.
He's gonna go stride towards that blur, try to keep up with it.
You see that you're able to keep up with it, but El Phantasma, as he's chasing it, is noticing it's slightly faster than him. And it's pulling away further and further.
Okay. I will use another inspired action.
Also, Ian, I'm assuming you're just going to go for the closest one that he posted?
Yep.
All right, roll me a investigation or perception as well, why he's doing this. Okay, go ahead, El Phantasma.
I would be in speed mode, so I'm going to...
He's speed mode. Oh, God.
I'm gonna have to roll normally.
So...
Oh! Ian is like, you know...
We'll get back to that in a moment. El Phantasma, go ahead.
Ian goes for spotting instead.
So, let me find the danger. Okay, so similar to how I did Dark Protection before.
Okay.
I want to I basically want to do the same thing where I basically infuse within its shadow since I can see it, and then just remain there as it's moving around.
Okay, roll me a demonic.
Ooh, demonic.
Okay. So, you see as you focus and concentrate on that, El Phantasma connects to what he believes to be its shadow. And then suddenly he finds himself not able to infuse with it. And then he suddenly, I need you to make an athletics.
Gotcha.
As an athletics, as you are suddenly on top of it. Because apparently it is made of shadow. You try to hold on for a few seconds, suddenly realizing where you are, and you fall back offwards. It shakes you off. I need you to roll me an acrobatics. 32. You roll just fine, taking no damage, but it starts moving away again.
Okay, but it's made out of shadows.
Seemingly to an extent.
What did it feel like? Like, well, what kind of shadow essence?
It felt like a large dog, but just made of dark shadow, apparently.
Things are getting interesting. All right, you can go to Ian. I have something to think about.
Gotcha. Ian, as you're going around, you see that you're investigating and you're just kind of like half on Twitter still while you're zooming around, and then you know, trying to avoid people and things like that, kind of occasionally jumping into flight mode for where it's really congested, and you just keep like, you didn't notice, but you're like going in circles for like the past 20 minutes. And you didn't notice it until you noticed that from running in the same spot so frequently, there's like a skid mark in the pavement where you were running.
Huh.
And you're like, what the? Oh, that's a weird skid. Oh.
Huh.
And then you keep run. You stop for a second, you run, and you immediately hit a fire hydrant and smash your knee and take 10 damage. You roll, but immediately like roll perfectly and stand back up. You like drop your phone, but then you catch it as it flies back to where you were. And then you search around and you get to that spot eventually. You don't see shit.
Well, that sucks.
You can roll me a perception, however.
Oh, great. Because this is going to go so much better. Wow, it went so much better. I mean, it could only have gone up from there.
Unless you roll the same thing. But you see searching around, kind of looking back and forth. You don't see anything.
Damn.
But you have a feeling something or someone was watching you.
Toy? Toy?
I want to do something,
Okay. Alright.
if that's okay. So, you're in a text message.
Okay.
I go to cabin,
Okay.
okay?
What I do, I'm knocking on Daniel's door because well, actually, no. When I walk in, I'm gonna look to Ashley and be like, "Is Freddy still in the room?"
Is he still in the room? DM? Yes. Yeah, he is. He's still laying down.
Alright, so what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna knock on his door. I'm gonna knock on Daniel's door until Freddy answers.
Takes a moment. You
'Cause
see
I'm
kind
polite.
of sad-looking Freddy open the door. Hi, Aria.
Hello. Did you know if like Daniel had any like kennels in his room that he had by chance? Like 7 of them to be precise.
Is this that the demon dogs?
Yep.
He holds up Daniel's phone. Not that I know of.
Mm. Be safe.
You too.
I'm gonna give him a hug.
Kinda
And then-
hugs you back.
Yeah, that's fine. That's understandable.
And I made a promise to have an hour of hangout, comfort, talk time. I'm still keeping that, but we gotta get this settled.
Of course.
I'm gonna give him another big hug before I gently close the door. Where did he put the flippin' kennels?
Aria says out loud.
I'll check our storages. Is there anything?
Nope. Nothing.
Oh, we don't have any kennels that are made that size. Okay.
Question, Purple.
Yes.
What time of day is it right now?
It's about 1 or 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock. Okay.
Well, I guess I go to the closest one by the cabin and try and search.
Aria makes her way over there.
But before I do, before I do.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm just gonna get a raw piece of meat from the thing.
I was just about to say, Bob's gonna help you out and grab as much meat from the fridge that we have and just like go along with you.
Sorry, Sadie, we're borrowing these.
Oh no.
Hey, wait. Ashley, do you see them? And you're like looking down and like not paying attention to anything around you right now. But what
She
are they doing?
sighs and then looks up.
Mop carrying a bunch of raw meat out of the house with Aria. And they just go out the front door.
We need to get rid of the hellhounds.
They're gonna go for the dogs. We can.
Did we go help them?
Yeah, we can.
Maybe it'll wake me up. I can kill a dog.
Ashley will go.
Don't kill the dogs.
We cannot
Kill
kill
the
these
dogs.
dogs.
Alright, so you follow Aria and Mop. So I need the 3 of you to roll a perception. Sadie will be helping, so you can roll Sadie's.
I love perception. Oh, it's actually good.
Better
Oh,
than
dang.
Ian's.
Also,
good.
DM, for reference, you said that I felt like I was being watched, so I was just gonna sit
Sadie
around.
doesn't have a perception. Why'd you say that?
She should have a perception on her new skill
No,
set.
she doesn't have a perception. Nope.
I will. Range. My bad.
I don't know how to put these around me. Like
After
a
this purple,
necklace.
I finally finalized my idea.
Gotcha.
I'd like to do something random too.
We might not have enough time for today,
That's fine.
but we'll
Perception is her wisdom.
see. Hold on.
Oh, she has a plus.
Hold on.
Dang, Arya.
Freaking.
Look,
I meant to put a perception on there. I'm sorry. I
we
gotta do that.
started the session with me.
Yeah, this says mental.
It's fine.
There's no perception here, though.
Suffer with what I
My
have
bad.
to suffer with.
Do a roll a d20 plus
Her modifier.
17.
Okay.
I'm gonna
I'll add that
arrange
on
the
there later.
meats. Arrange the meats in a string necklace and fly up.
That is an
'Cause I
awful
don't- It is an awful idea, but I don't know how high these dogs do.
32.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
Never mind.
Yeah, with the 15.
Arya, as you're putting the necklace of meats around you, they kind of get caught in your hair, and then that hair gets into your eyes, and you're just like flying around in circles, and the mop is just looking upwards, like trying to look around and also make sure Arya doesn't fall out of the sky. While Ashley, with the help of Sadie, just when you get over to the closest area, you find Ian kind of like not sure where he's going, just looking around cautiously.
I'm sitting down and just waiting.
You see Ian's kind of just like stalking in a position up on a building.
Bless you.
And then, Ashley, you spot a very, very large one, much bigger than the one in the picture. This one's about as big as a semi-truck.
Oh my god. She's gonna kind of stop and be like, "Oh fuck," and then points to everyone who didn't see it.
You see it looks at Ashley. It looks directly at you from down where it is in the street. It stops. Kind of looking, you can almost feel like it's looking more at Sadie. You hear
Nice.
And you hear kind of a, from Sadie in your head, kind of like growling at it. And you just hear, all of you hear this from wherever you are in the city. You hear this owl
Oh no.
from all of them that echoes. And that is where we end for tonight's session.